from my conscience. You and me change the same when you're uncommon. All you ever wanted to was fight. Hit me in the face with the bottom of a knife. Then that's the same one you stab me in the back with. Right after you telling me to swallow my pride. The day that I die is the day that I bitched you was right. Leave you in the rain, let my lightning strike. I don't wanna fight, and I guess that means that I don't wanna love. I've been out of love, sober off the drugs, still flying in the sky. Love is the thing that apparently we're supposed to live for, but it seems like it's kind of out of minds. You can feel the pain from my eyes. I don't wipe tears when I cry. Toxic love. I don't wanna fight. I just want this love. Love. It's called a love.
Yeah, we love to fight and fight to love. Yeah, I guess you call that toxic love. I know you want me back. I'm sorry, love, but I can't now understand now. Yeah, we love to fight and fight to love. Yeah, I guess you call that toxic love. I know you want me back. I'm sorry, love, but I can't now understand now. I ain't tryna fight, I'm already in my mind. I don't wanna waste my time. This feeling isn't right, I just wanna make you mine. I'm the only one here trying. Yeah, I'm tryna give you everything you need now. Even though I told myself love ain't what I need now. Gotta keep grinding, get where I wanna be now. Say fuck love, just tryna get between now. You tell me you love me, I go. I told you off rip, I ain't wifing you, honey. She loving this shit that I wrote. Man getting mad that she vibe with me funny. Ain't thinking with my heart no more. Cause I'm on the grind and I'm chasing that money. She tried to replace what she lost, but that never happened cause there's only one me. That real love, I don't want it anymore. You fucked up, now I'm walking through the door. That real love, I don't want it anymore. You fucked up, now I'm walking through the door. To fight and fight to love. Yeah, I guess you call that toxic love. I know you want me back. I'm sorry, love, but I can't now understand now. Yeah, we love to fight and fight to love. Yeah, I guess you call that toxic love. I know you want me back. I'm sorry, love, but I can't now.
Toxic love, I can't go back. The key to my heart you hold, and I know that. Yeah, we got history, it's no mystery, but I fucked it up, yeah, I own that. But I've grown a lot and I've shown that. I'm one of a kind, you can't clone that. I know you where my soul at, but we bad together, that's so facts. Look, I swear that this ain't an excuse. You play with my heart and you gave it a bruise. I sat in the dark and I played with a noose. Girl, you playing games while I paid all my dues. Love ain't a game, but you breaking the rules. Wanna rewind it and go back and start. Why be together, we better. Smart. These scars, yeah, I earned them. This love, it was something to learn from. One night I just stared at your pictures, just wishing I rolled up a blunt while I burned them. Leave me alone, cause I'm finding peace. Living for me, no apologies. If you love me, then you should be proud of me. I can't lie, it's the way that it gotta be.
We love to fight and fight to love. Yeah, I guess you call that toxic love. I know you want me back. I'm sorry, love, but I can't now understand now. Yeah, we love to fight and fight to love. Yeah, I guess you call that toxic love. I know you want me back. I'm sorry, love, but I can't now understand now.
You show, you know, you see, believe. Wasting all my time on you. got nothing left to lose. You walk, you talk, you speak, you leave. Wasting all my time on you. I've got nothing left to lose. You show, you know, you see, believe. Wasting all my time on you. I've got nothing left to lose. You walk, you talk, you speak, you leave. Wasting all my time on you. I've got nothing left to lose.
It runs, we run 70 frames a second.
Every time I let you choose, only left me with more proof. Nothing seems to affect you. Now I don't know what to do. I don't wanna feel this way. I don't wanna see your face. No one else can take your place. Memories never erase. Every time I let you choose, only left me with more proof. Nothing seems to affect you. Now I don't know what to do. I don't wanna feel this way. I don't wanna see your face. No one else can take your place. Memories never erase. You do it again.
Looking real surprised, and I don't even know why. I seen it in her eyes. She won't go let the love die. I'm in this better life, won't let the moment pass by, and I don't even know why. I don't even know why. Why you come around me? If you looking hard enough, you won't like what you see. One time I put no one above, it was just you and me, and now you begging for my love, but this take is on E. Yeah, this take is on E.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to talk right now. I just don't know how well it works.
Yeah, this take is on E.
I'll get with you about that later.
And now you begging for my love. Yeah, you begging for my love, but this take is on E. It's on E. I ain't wasting no time with no phonies. Gotta watch what I say, you the police. Yeah, keep the circle small, they don't hold me. Said I'm blowing your line, bitch, hold these. Keep spreading those lies and you don't see. Tell your mans that you hit me when you horny. Girl, you know you say it to the morning. Girl, you had me once, now you begging on the phone now. Told all that shit, no mama, slow your roll down. Didn't let me down, but I'm sitting on the throne now. Didn't let me down, but I'm sitting on the throne now. Yeah, I can't waste no time, and I got millions on my mind. I know I see you lurking, but you cannot stop the shine. Why you come around me? If you looking hard enough, you won't like what you see. One time I put no one above, it was just you and me, and now you begging for my love, but this tank is on E. Yeah, this tank is on E. Yeah, this tank is on E. Yeah, this tank is on E. And now you begging for my love. Yeah, you begging for my love, but this tank is on E.
Gotta be doing real bad for you.
What up, sweet?
You talking funny, I ain't playing with you. I'm just trying to make a band or two. I'm only doing what I came to do. So little bitty, I ain't laying with you. You talking funny, I ain't playing with you. I'm just trying to make a band or two. I'm only doing what I came to do. So little bitty, I ain't laying with you.
I checked in to check out. I'm smoking that whole pound. Reverse me, you damn clown. Them hit sticks sound real loud. My name in your damn mouth. You look like a bitch now. You barking too damn loud. Go back to the damn proud. Money's all I damn know, and money's all I need. I won't spend it on no damn hoe. I'd rather buy my weed. Yeah, the moral of the story is I think I learned my lesson, yeah. I could never love you, cause my heart I'm not investing, yeah. You see I'm up, so you wanna come around now. People know my name, but don't seem to know it when I'm down. I see the flame, and I swear I'm coming for the crown. Virals always lighting up, I guess I'll go and chop them down. You see I'm up, so you I see the flame, and I swear I'm coming for the crown. Rivals always lighting up, I guess I'll go and chop them down.
You talking funny, I ain't playing with you. I'm just trying to make a band or two. I'm only doing what I came to do. So little bitty, I ain't laying with you. You talking funny, I ain't playing with you. I'm just trying to make a band or two. I'm only doing what I came to do. So little bitty, I ain't laying with you. You talking funny, I ain't playing with you. I'm just trying to make a band or two. I'm only doing what I came to do. So little bitty, I ain't lying with you.
You say I'm up, so you wanna come around now. People know my name, but don't seem to know it when I'm down. I see the flame, and I swear I'm coming for the crown. Rivals always lining up, I guess I'll go and chop them down. I've been steady grinding, yeah, I'm aiming for the top. This water on my wrist, yeah, I swear it costs a lot. I've been steady winning, yeah, my losses in a drought. Ain't got a lot of ass, but she make it pop. Pull up to the crib, wrist splashing. Shorty wanna smoke, we matching. You ain't got no smoke, we can smash then. Where you wanna go, let's go without a mansion. Diamonds in your face, can't see. Suckin' all that shit, get punched, I see. I'ma hit it once, then I'll pass it to the team. Take a shot of Henny, then I take a hit of weed. Swear to God, shorty broke it for them damn bands. When she move, she do it quick with no hands. But when she twerk, yeah, she got me in a damn trance. Shoot that chopper and I swear that nigga gon' dance. Nigga, he think I'm trolling. Go ahead, pull up, don't know me. They all tryna dethrone me.
I just talked to Rupert. He's gonna be republishing the world.
Nigga, he think I'm
Everybody's gonna have to
trolling.
rejoin.
Go ahead, pull up, don't know me. They all tryna dethrone me. They all tryna control me. I've been steady grinding, yeah, I'm aiming for the top. This water on my wrist, yeah, I swear it costs a lot. I've been steady winning, yeah, my losses in the drought. Ain't got a lot of ass, but she make it pop. Pull up to the crib, wrist splashing. Shorty wanna smoke, we matching. You ain't got no smoke, we can smash then. Where you wanna go, let's go out of mansion. Nigga, he think I'm trolling. Nigga, he think I'm trolling. I've been steady grinding, yeah, I'm aiming for the top. This water on my wrist, yeah, I swear it costs a lot. I be steady winning, yeah, my losses in the drought. Ain't got a lot of ass, but she make it pop. Pull up to the crib, wrist splashing. Shorty wanna smoke, we matching. You ain't got no smoke, we can smash that. Where you wanna go, let's go out of mansion.
Let me know when that instance opens up so I can get it.
These thoughts won't stay away, overloaded. And my love just went away, someone stole it. Yeah, I smoked this weed all day, now I'm floating. And I don't know where I'm going, I don't know where I'm going now. Lately, not feeling right, not feeling right now. Said, baby, why you pick me up to set me right down? Shit crazy, how you have my trust, but where are you now? See you up, they pray you come down. Take these thoughts, I swear you would drown. When you left, I took off like a shooting star. I ripped my heart out my chest, I threw that shit to Mars. You said you're not like the others, well I think you are. You said you're not like the others, well I think you are. These thoughts won't stay away, overloaded. And my heart just went away, someone stole it. Yeah, I smoked this weed all day, now I'm floating. And I don't know where I'm going, I don't know where I'm going now. Shooting star, if I stood there with you, wasn't going far. From afar, try to hit me up, I think that's real bizarre. Down to the middle, no nigga, I will not settle. I'm popping off, ain't no kettle. We spending them racks, we get it right back. My nigga, this shit right here ain't no rental. All the stuff that you say, yeah, I heard it before. You tell me that your feelings done, yeah, I've been here before. Lately I've been feeling numb, ain't no feelings no more. I know that it's over now, I don't know where I'm going now. These thoughts won't stay away, and my love just went away. Yeah, I smoked this weed all day, 'cause these thoughts won't stay away. And
Okay, might just fuck around and watch it go both ways. I don't wanna leave, no way. I've been through it, if you knew it, then you'd know me. Nothing to it, I'll get through it, feeling stupid some days. Slowly, I'm floating through these clouds, I'm in my soul days. I've been in it for too long, wrap it up, Chipotle. I don't wanna leave, I want peace, don't stay. Speed up on my own, all alone, 130 on the highway. No option, now she gotta come my way. She don't wanna die today, so she come with me right away. For old time's sake, catch me raising up the crime rate. Close my eyes and my pupils dilate. I know I don't wanna die today. Knowing her, we probably cry the same. The way you look at me makes it all feel okay again. I'm digging in my feet, feels like I'll never go away again. Speed up on my own, all alone, 130 on the highway. No option, now she gotta come my way. She don't wanna die today, so she come with me right away. For old time's sake, catch me raising up the crime rate. Close my eyes and my pupils dilate. I know I don't wanna die today. Knowing her, we probably cry the same. Met her at the party, saw her from across the room, we had a moment partly. That image in my head, permanent like a Sharpie. She pulled me aside just to ask, what are we? I don't know what you want me to say. I don't got much left of me to take. Alone I feel great, but with you I'm the same. Purple lights from the sky got me feeling great. I don't really got that much to say to you at least. I ran out of words, I'm escaping scrutiny. Stomped me farther in the ground so brutally. Best thing that ever happened to me, in reality you ruined me. I'm proving these songs are so much more than producing. She come from a sequoia, so I question if she using me. I'm usually living in illusions. My paranoia already got me writing my eulogy. This my real life that I'm talking about. I don't sugarcoat it, but I'm masquerading songs now. Real life giving me rage, I need to calm down. Every time she come back, I don't wanna talk now. Always worse timing when she come around. She was off the map, yeah, out of Speed up on my own, all alone, 130 on the highway. No option, now she gotta come my way. She don't wanna die today, so she come with me right away. For old time's sake, catch me raising up the crime rate. Close my eyes and my pupils dilate. I know I don't wanna die today. Knowing her, we probably cry the same. Spaceship all lazy. I probably look stupid, you're the one who crazy. I'm just thankful my soul ain't sold. I might as well just go and smoke. O's to blow, I got post to toke. I buy it, I take it, and roll the dope. And you don't know nothing but slow you roll. My song intoxicates you to comatose. I'm a gentleman now that I hold the door. Holding my breath in my soul, I doze. Beautiful trip went back to snow. You know you don't play my tracks, it's slow. The amount of stress weighing on my back, it's old. You can feel me out in every track I wrote. If I found my nostalgia back, I'd go relax at home, relaxing forever. The pressure relaxes whenever. It ain't gonna relax, maybe I gotta chill. The people go crazy when I keep it real. This one I promise that I'll keep it real. Not an if and a but whatsoever. Didn't know I was gonna rap until I got my heart broken, the drugs couldn't fill my emptiness that I create by my will. Forward the water move, now I gotta face it. I don't think it do, but it make me feel amazing. Late night cruise in my spaceship all lazy. I probably look stupid, you the one who crazy. I'm just thankful my soul ain't sold. I might as well just go and smoke. O's to blow, I got post to toke. I buy it, I take it, and roll the dope. And you don't know nothing but slow you roll. Oh, oh, oh. Realizing I do the devil's work for him. I don't wanna ruin my life, but it's boring. Easily going downhill like I'm Lauren. Hard to stay focused when girls staring at me all day like I'm foreign. Under my heart and my mind are reroading. Losing my life, got my memory slowing. Nobody know they won't let me be open. focused on saving the world like I'm the son of Odin. Good Samaritan, never keep on rolling. Drop to the floor when the doors start closing. I'd rather die alone than change my ways for a baby. She go ride along or I'm gonna kick her on my Mercedes. I'm too busy playing you into thinking you can play me. Poured the water move, now I gotta face it. I don't think it do, but it make me feel amazing. Late night cruise in my spaceship all lazy. I probably look stupid, you the one who crazy. I'm just thankful my soul ain't sold. I might as well just go and smoke. O's to blow, I got post to toke. I buy it, I take it, and roll the dope. And you don't know nothing about slow you roll. The place I'm in feel like a stage, making a movie, taking my name. Why am I making a claim? Just to stay away from the regular cage. Regular games, regular fame. Really think I'm ready? Past the fatty, I'm steady already. To give society my Rossetti, Machiavelli, Burgetti, Gettysburg. Used to feel so deadly, but currently I am so peppy. Palms are getting sweaty. I'm nervous, but I won't fall like confetti. I want the whole world to hear my medley plenty. I'm mental but sentient, she walked out the door, he's been messy but handled it. I just keep letting myself keep on flexing. Falling through the clouds. You left my mind with doubt. Everything I'm done is catching up to me uncomfortably. My friends and family asking me like what's been up with me, cause they don't know that I was suffering. I don't want to let you down, I don't want you worrying. It's humbling to see my path is clearing. I'm starting to see clearly. Take a music theory just to help the weary. Wouldn't want somebody handling me cavalierly. Don't get near me, you can't make me happy. Beyond X years, beyond my years, I'm lucky my tears are falling. You over there laughing, you having a good time. I am self-destructing, I can't have no more distracting and no more disrupting. So I cut up my relaxing, temporary corrupting, but that won't be everlasting. Look at me and you can see my heart is so glassy. I'm falling through the clouds. You left my mind with doubt. Ain't no way to stop the hurting. Ain't in a place to stop the turning. Feelings mixed with demons lurking. All this life shit I'm still learning. Got to face my fears this early. I get too upset discerning. I'm falling through the clouds. You left my mind with doubt. Invite her on a date to the moon, I'll get rejected. Send her my location, I don't care, I just send it. Jaw dropped, I just stop and stare at your reflection. I didn't give my heart to you yet, girl, I just landed. I told you that my life ain't multiplayer. Oh, she down bad, she's a slayer. Will she rock with me? I'm a rock star. I just hope that she is not a faker. the distance. Running out of time, just one last cry for you to listen. Just listen. I told you that my life ain't multiplayer. Oh, she down bad, she's a slayer. Will she rock with me? I'm a rock star. I just hope that she is not a faker. I need to be in my safe haven, keep you safe, baby. I just need some space, baby. You won't have so much hate, maybe. Watching meteor showers with you in space is raining. Can't you see the picture that I'm painting? I know you cry every time you play me. Small price to pay, but I bet you pay me. Brainwash myself to forget you're mind staining. But I'm up in space, you might as well come and save me.
Overdose of sauce.
That's what it is.
No meat, just sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. He said this is on my back. Yeah, I shake him off. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. He said it's on my back. Yeah, I shake him off. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. He said it's on my back. Yeah, I shake him off. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. Don't care about the sauce like that. Don't care about the cost. I get it all right back. I get it all. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. Say this is on my back. Yeah, I shake him off.
Where you at? You still not here?
But I'ma fall right back. I tell her no. She gon' come right back. And they said it all. Talking, see, we kick back, smoking reefer. Yo, bitch gon' roll the trees up. With pounds of money, we up. Tell her follow the leader. I'm on point like a needle. And them hundreds, I need them. My dog's hungry, I feed them. I'm in a boss like that. You ain't got the sauce like that. Yeah, I paid the cost like that. But I made it all right back. Yeah, I got my teeth in my head. And I swear they all my snack. Nigga, this EP shit. And I swear we all like that. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. He said it's on my back. And I shake him off. Yeah. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. You ain't got the sauce like that. You ain't got the sauce. He said it's on my back. Yeah, I shake him off. Yeah.
You done here taking pictures?
Secrets in pockets, hot topic shit from the jump, keep feeling constantly popping. I swear to God, pinky promise, not underneath it, I'm on it. I got your skeleton hidden away in my closet while I stay chasing the ball. No time for taking a pause. You stay complacently waiting for change of pace, I'm appalled. Better stay the fuck up out my way, bitch. bitch, I'm racing the scars. Nothing but space up on that tape for you to shake in some salt.
I'm easily rattled, trouble with breathing, bad with attachment, but I'm good for an evening. I'm not trying to mislead, don't be mad if I leave shit, I'd just rather be sold out.
Hey man, when I spawned in earlier,
Certainly nervous, always nervously certain. You can say that I'm blessed, shit feels more like a curse. I wonder why I feel so I faced my ego with a little bit of paper, and I had to play the minor way before I found a major. Had to fix myself away from you, and now I'm doing great. I had to take a break from all the vices that have seen favor over life. I won't feel it right, always flying kites like that's me, but I was a seed. I ain't taking flight, I've been grounded on the moon, only drifting me and you, and now I owe it to myself to keep going. Follow through on all that shit that I've been talking about, despite the second guessing, overthinking, all that self-doubt, in spite of all my friends and all these fans saying that I can. I stay stuck in trenches of a mental battle, sick of being easily rattled. Trouble with breathing, bad with attachment, but I'm good for an evening. I'm not trying to mislead, don't be mad if I leave shit, I'd just rather be sold out. Kind of an asshole, bit of a hermit, certainly nervous, always nervously certain. You can say that I'm that shit, feels more like a curse. I wonder why I feel sold out. Save me, think the room is closing in on me, won't stop me pacing. Got me going like right, left, down up the bases, fuck it up the bases. The only way to drown out all these fucking expectations. I've been running, I've been driving, I've been fucking racing. I've been trying to hide, I close my eyes, I'm seeing faces. Everything I do, feeling patient, faceless, tasteless. I can't handle it, no. I don't know if I can handle it right now. I don't know if I can handle it right now. For the day, light up in my eyes, I look away. 3 lines in a row, I call that haiku. I blew all my money on a she ain't stay. 2 p.m. I wake up for the day, light up in my eyes, I look away. 3 lines in a row, I call that haiku. I blew all my money on a she ain't stay.
New friends, I can leave that bitch coming in.
Plastics running out of that dick. Capital DTF, shipping cabs in my T-Wearing EC.
Fuck it, I'm feeling uppity. Suddenly, I'm in the clouds. Flow like a honeybee, not coming down. Double the toil and trouble, bitch. I'm feeling royal as fuck. So pass me the crown. Pass me the crown. So pass me the crown. Pass me the crown.
I've been sucking the sucker for too long. Gotta
Soup. The backup plan is we're gonna be late. All right, Dirk, we good to publish?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep. Loud, extra loud and clear there, Mr. Soup.
Robbie Reed, are you on?
Rube, I'm going
Robbie,
to go to my home and I'll wait on your
Yes, but I
invite.
can't see anything.
Let us know what. Then just
No,
stop
that's
saying
okay.
emergency about black people.
If it's fine.
Trying to reach out. Said I haven't seen you in a minute. How you been? Well, deep down, I think I lost a couple marbles. Goddamn, need to recount. I'm safe inside the bling house. We like to knock them back and sing loud. It's our dirty secret. Keep out. We hide our face until we peek out. It's a nightmare.
I've been lost, found, set aside inside a box, now locked down, so precise I never flop. It's sickening, I admit it, I'm venomous, Eddie Brock. This prison is just the genesis, hit or miss, I'm a problem. Wait, but I don't miss, I don't play, but I'm that kid. No, I don't take no vacation, no days off, got no complaints. I got no time to fix your issues, bitch, I'm dealing with the same. Now I may be a bit insane, but I'm safe inside the
thing house. We like to knock them back and sing loud. It's our dirty secret. Keep out. We hide our face until we peek out. It's a nightmare. I make the beat to kill the silence that deafens me. I'm always breathing, barely sleep. I wake and bake to brush my teeth with bottles swimming in my sink. I get that thinking maybe I'm in need of something more than me. Maybe I'm in need of someone gorgeous. She's porcelain, but starts to course through me, forced to leave my body reborn. I'm singing Lottie fucking died. It's a party up in my head right now. It's a party in my head right now, right now, right now.
Do you have any other symptoms, for instance, anything you're concerned about, like hearing or seeing things?
Yeah, this is my wife, Robin. My wife, Robin. Baby, this is my wife. This is my wife.
Nice to meet you.
Dirk.
Alright, I miss you bad, but that shit stays in the past. Shit I can clear my mind was with the call it bed and back. Bananas, gorillas, no bitch, I'm white, not vanilla. Unfolded like vanilla, What does us even mean to you? No, really, could you describe to me your feelings right now? You just keep pretending for some easy use of my emotions, drink that potion, try to get it all down. I heard you when I'm dancing under city lights. Say you hit the floor and had a real good time. I'm over waking souls up with my pretty lies. I heard you when I'm dancing under city lights. Say you hit the floor and had a real good time. I'm over waking souls up with my pretty lies. I'm on a soul search for closure, closer than I've ever been. Heating up like toasters, I'm sober, not half 100%. Goddamn, I'm swimming out the gutter, that a little with some bottles and a little oil, a lot of empty cans. Dug me up a hole to get a better, turn to something to be proud of. Did you know you motherfuckers had to dance? What does us even mean to you? No, really, could you describe to me your feelings right now? You just keep pretending for some easy use of my emotions, drink that potion, try to get it all down.
Same thing that always happens. You didn't know me. Then you fell in love with me.
What's up, everybody? This is Medical Group. I'm sorry. technical difficulties. What would the metaverse be without a few glitches, right? But the show will go on. Our guest is here, so if you're watching and want to see it live, come on in.
Alright, I miss you bad, but that shit stays in the past. Shit not you clear, my mind was with the color, faded black. That is some real, no bitch, I'm white, I'm vanilla. I'm going like vanilla, just us, even really good. No, really good, you described to me your feelings right now. You just feel pretending for some easy use. But my emotions drink that potion, try to get it all down.
Yeah, you know, if when I'm in for more than about 10 or 15 minutes, I start to feel sick. I'm trying to work
I'll come and get you when the truth behind my back. When I know I had the chance, should have left you sorry ass. Now I'll come and get you. Cause leaving me is not enough. When it's all said and done, yeah. Cause I'm not the only one. No, I'll come and get you. Oh yeah.
Then there's gonna be boundaries.
I'll come and get you.
Nice to meet you. Mrs. MetaClean Rupert.
I was the windows at your car, and I have the scars to prove it. Yes, I'm
Listen,
ruthless,
that's the
but that's just
title
who you are too. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not that stupid, baby. That's the die. Cause you out here choosing a bunch of groupies. Why'd you use me for? Wonder what the truth is. No excuses. I don't want no scrub. I just might cuff your friend, just to hurt you back. But I can't go through this again. I don't want your love, and I don't want your friend. This is the things that I get. Now I'll come and get you.
Good night, Mrs.
When the truth
MetaClean.
behind my back.
Good
When I
night.
know I
Nice
had the
to meet you.
chance,
Y'all have a
should have
great
left you
night.
sorry ass. Now I'll come and get you. Cause leaving me is not enough. When it's all said and done, yeah. Cause I'm not the only one. No, I'll come and get you. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bye, baby. Love you.
I'll come and get you.
You too, baby.
Or night. Have a great night.
Oh, wait, hold on before you go. Let me take a picture.
And if you wanna go, we can go there. Rip up your jeans, you spit in my face and expect me to take it. I don't need to take this. I don't want no scrub. I just might cuff your friend, just to hurt you back. But I can't go through this again. I don't want your love, and I don't want your friend. This is the things that I get. Now I'll come and get you. When the truth's behind my back.
You'll get a
When I
heart.
know I had
My
the
trigger,
chance,
my
should
trigger
have
is
left
the
you
middle
sorry
finger.
ass. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
come and get you.
So
Cause
squeeze
leaving
both
me
triggers,
is
the
not
middle and the top.
enough. When it's
Put your
all
thumb
said and
down,
done,
and then just lift your
cause I'm
thumb
not
up.
the only one. No, I'll come and get you. When the truth's behind my back, when I know I had the
That's not
chance,
gonna work. No.
should have left you sorry ass. Yeah, I'll come and get
Hey,
you.
Russ, listen, I'm sorry, Russ.
Cause leaving me
This
is
is
not
my
enough.
wife.
When it's all said and done, yeah, cause I'm not the only one.
Go to work now.
A couple of times. I did. I came check out.
I need my sleep. Just to find out why I've been absent in her life for so long.
Oh, Biggie, you sitting right here. You got the big seat.
Hi, baby.
Nice meeting
you.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you.
There's a little seat you have.
Hi, baby. You just came back from vacation, right?
Yeah.
Well, she's still out there working.
That's the one you have all the way in the back room.
Yeah, I'm back home.
I've been up for days now, can't seem to erase you from my mind.
Nice to meet you.
The stickers getting tasteless, just to find a space where I'm alright. Oh, you fuck me up, you stay or fine. Guess I'm not the one, you're still
but she just left. No, not her. Right here. Right here. But she just left. So. Yeah.
What's the
Say that shit in your face.
Oh yeah, come on. Let's talk over there.
It feels like my heart's been broken half. I don't want just anyone. All I want is you, and now I can't go back. It's your fault, your fault. You told me it was over, now I'm drunk. It's your fault, your fault. Everything you do, anything you do, just to feel so used and to be with you. It's your fault, your fault. Maybe I need some time away. Baby, that's what we need.
Did this start already?
Not yet. Nope.
Baby, I
Not yet. It's
just
running.
need
But
some time away. Cause I don't see the problem is me. It's your fault, your fault. You told me it was over, now I'm drunk. It's your fault, your fault. I'm going so hungover, but for you, everything you do, just to feel so used and to be with you.
Oh, you like catching people when they come in?
Let me get your name in it.
Okay, hold on.
I was trying to hold the corner. There we go. One. Still gotta wait for it to spin around.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on that. That's why I was
That's the
telling her.
first one.
'Cause she sent me
First one
one.
not bad. I just wanted to get your whole name in there.
Hey, I like a little baby.
I like it.
Oh yeah, you told me about it.
I was gonna make a video to see how many.
Oh. He trying to scare you, Shada. He trying to scare you. No, you just did it. Oh my, I'm good. I'm so good. I'm cracking up. She said, Biggie, she said this. This is what she said to Catch.
Let's do it like this.
Hey, look. Oh, not this one.
We was doing the catch.
We was doing the catch. That is what we doing right here with the catch. We doing the catch.
Hey, Super, when I first zoned into the other instance, literally I zoned in and your bot was face to face with me like this. Like I had to jump back.
Oh man, my bot, bro. My bot. They don't play. It's my evil brother.
Grab this. Grab the card. Grab the card. Yeah, grab the card. Yeah.
Oh shit, we ain't sharing no room no more. You moving out. Oh wait, how we get the float like that, bro?
I wonder if maybe you grab the.
Grab that.
Grab that.
What is this?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty.
All right.
Found the seats. I'm gonna make it go up and down real fast.
Enjoying the seats, enjoying the seats.
Hold on.
As always, I'm gonna come
Enjoying the
through.
seats.
What's up,
What
brother?
Big it?
Give me a second.
Big. I need you to make me one of these chairs.
All right, how you doing, man?
All right, Russ.
Like Magneto.
Good.
I want one I can move around in like
What's up?
Professor X, man.
Let me get a chair.
Yeah, that'd be dope. You need to do that.
It definitely look a lot different now. Let me not get
He said he wants a Professor X
Grab that
chair.
seat again.
Okay.
Nope, you're not. I'm gonna add you to my friends list. You're on mute, by the way, too, in case you're speaking.
That's the only way to travel from now on.
Oh yes, sis. Come on in. I wish I listen. You can sit right up there in that. No, you can warm with other people. You ain't gonna want to be up there by yourself. But there's a couch up there to hang out. But it's so good to see you, Queen. Thank you.
Soup?
Mr. and Mrs. Wavy, welcome. Good. You just missed my wife too, man. My wife is just here. She
Oops, I
had to go to work.
I meant to do that.
Yeah.
Oh. Queen, you want the seat?
I'll take that seat.
Sade, welcome. Thank you for coming. M5,
Oh.
your missus.
Hey, how I get down though? Y'all put me down.
The chairs are
You gotta
dope,
lower
right?
it.
I got you, bro.
Hamski, what's the
Oh,
deal?
cool. Yeah.
Welcome.
I love it.
No. We had some issues publishing, so better late than never. Hey, yo. What up, Mike? So what y'all think about the chairs?
First they were talking about my
Love
shirt,
it.
now they talking about my suits. I don't know what to
King's
wear no more,
Dominion?
man.
Yeah, of course.
You
I
remember
went
the
to school in Norfolk
NASCAR
State.
little thing with the chair?
Yeah.
That's what this
Maybe subconsciously I might have got that as inspiration, didn't even think about it. You know, that's how creativity works. You create something thinking it's brand new and don't realize it was part of your life. All right, so let us get the show started.
Special for you, huh?
Soup, can you see me, all of me?
Oh yes, sir.
All right, just want to give a shout out to the live stream. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. We're super excited to be back for MetaTalks Live Season 3. Let's get the show on the road.
Lower your chair, Mike.
All right.
Thank you, King.
All right, so first of all, let me say, y'all found what the chairs can do. So what the chairs will do is when you grab that red card, it will elevate you into the air and make you global. So we're going to use that for the questions and answers section of the show. But the chairs are awesome. I want to thank Dirt Dig. Everybody turn around, give Dirt Dig some love for helping me on the script, doing it. An amazing scripter. Watch that dude. But listen, the room is full of amazing people, right? Everybody here in their own right is doing something amazing, whether you're building, scripting, or just participating. We're here together. We're here right now, and we're making a difference as we create history together. So thank you. So MetaTalks Live Season 3. I'm so excited to be back. So I took the sign down. So again, out of respect for our guests, if everybody can just put the microphone on mute. If the guest would like to interact with you, he can tell you to unmute yourself. But for right now, we're just going to start off on mute, okay? Live streaming today is going to be brought by Super and Super AF. He's going to be live streaming straight to YouTube. Yes, straight to YouTube. So I want to thank Super for that. Because listen, let's take a minute and thank Super, right? Because everything we do in this space sometimes isn't seen without people like, no, we're going to give you your flowers. You told me not to, but I'm going to do it anyway. But everything we do, right, sometimes doesn't get seen. We spend time together, but sometimes people have no idea what's going on within this space. But it's people like Super who's dedicated thousands of hours into making sure that what we create and the content we create gets seen by people. So super important. Thank you, Super. I'm giving you your flowers, whether you like it or not. So take them and smell them. But I appreciate it. All right, so let's get the show on the road. So, man, let me tell you, when I thought about what season 3 would be, I cherish the fact that I've allowed this stage to give people a ton of opportunity, if nothing else, for exposure. And I graciously do it, and I don't mind doing it, and I love doing it. But the people that I've helped sometimes aren't necessarily as well known as some of the creators now that will be blessed in season 3. Season 3 is really going to be dedicated to, and I hate that I couldn't include everybody, but I have to start somewhere. But it's really going to be dedicated now that the people that have been in this space for a long time, creating amazing worlds, giving experiences like no other, but don't necessarily get the credit as new people come into the space. So I wanted to make sure before I move on with another season, because there is a season 4 coming, that I just take a moment and have these people have the opportunity to state their piece, and so we can know who they are, because really they're doing amazing, amazing things. Some of you in the crowd now will be on this stage, and I just want to thank you, because it's because of you that this space does become amazing. Despite all the nonsense that we see sometimes, none of that matters, because we're doing more light than we are doing darkness, and don't ever forget that. So, my guest tonight, so probably one of the most recognizable names without being one of the most recognizable avatars. This dude lives in obscurity in build mode, but when you see his creations, you'll understand why. I don't think there's anybody that's been in this space that hasn't at one point been absolutely blown away by this dude's creativity and talent. And just to name some of the worlds that he's created, and raise your hand or give me some confetti if you've heard of any of these places. The Mandalorian, the Kobe NFT, Golden Alley, which honestly was the first thing I saw from that dude, and I was just like, how he do this? I had no idea how he do this. And most recently, Golden Avenue, which is going to be a project that's going to be a lot more important than you realize. Um, but man, he's a super humble guy. We've absolutely spent some time together back in the early days, just talking and talking about his creativity. But the humility at which he approaches everything, and the fact that this isn't doesn't consume his life, he taps back into his physical life regularly, which is important, because to build at that scale and still have time for your family says a whole lot. And it says a lot about the character of that person. So I can go on for hours and hours, but without further ado, I'd like to bring the first guest to the stage for MetaTalk Season 3. Golden Hands, come on out.
What up?
And he's Super Saiyan.
Hey,
All right, brother, stage
Soup
is
got me
yours.
glowing. What up there, boo? Soup got me glowing right now. I think Soup appreciate that, and I got a few other appreciations that I'm gonna click on a little later on. Thanks for coming. Uh, when I was little, um, this is a little bit heavy. Um, I didn't think I was gonna go here, but um, I'm the youngest, second youngest of 6. My mother and father had uh 4 boys, um, 5 boys and 1 girl. And it was been around over 43, almost 44 years ago. There was a 5-year-old boy that got hit by a car. Um, and he died on impact. And that's my brother. Um, and the growing up, I never got to meet him. He was um my parents would tell me, I would ask them, like, what was he like? And the older I got, they would tell me that um he was we were very similar. They kind of matched our names up. My name is Jermaine. My real name is Jermaine. His name was Jerome. We both have the same middle names, and there's a lot of similarities. But he was his own person, and I start to think to myself, growing up, that you know, if I let me rewind. His birthday's in July. My birthday's 15 days before his would have been. Um, so I started thinking to myself. I would ask my parents. I was like, when did you have me? Like, when did you decide? Like, was I on purpose, or was I just like, everybody has kids that you just have kids based on having fun in the bedroom. But I would ask, and they were like, well, we waited, and then um we knew we were going to have a boy. So uh I tend to, the older I got, um I start really thinking, especially when I turn like 25, 26. I start thinking, like, if my brother wouldn't have died, like, maybe I wouldn't be here. So from that point, I live for purpose. Um, Even if it wasn't a divine thing that happened, but in my head, I felt like I needed to do something, and not just for myself, for other people. I'm really into other people's success. Um, I love children. I push the envelope on teaching and being honest to yourself. And but I always think my brother, like, on his birthday, I celebrate by myself. Um, but it's just one of those things that it keeps purpose in my life. So, in anything that you go through, any bad thing that can happen, there's always a something positive that you can take from it, and you use that. You use that energy, because it could have been somebody else's. It could have been a horrific moment for somebody else, but the craziest things, the, is flipping that into something good, and sometimes it's hard to perceive that. And so I would tell myself, oh, when I was young, and I'm talking like 5 years old, 6 years old, I always wanted to fly. Uh, so I would tell myself, look, he's flying right now. Look, how you doing that? But I always tell myself I always wanted to fly, and I wasn't crazy enough to actually go on a roof and jump, but I would like high places, and I would like to look over and just imagine myself flying as a kid. And they were like, "Get down from that tree, boy. What are you doing? You're gonna hurt yourself." I just like being up high. Um, then I got older and I started realizing, was that just a dream or was that a possibility? Because even if I never fly, I might float for a little bit. And that's always been in the back of my head. Like, these little kid dreams, you never let them go. You never say, um, the creativity is when you're a child. Um, so I want to start off with that. I thought I was going to be here being questioned, but I'm sitting back here. I just really got heavy into to things from my childhood, and I was just like, I'm going to spit this right quick because knowing the person, knowing the individual, is different from knowing a shell of a person. I can be just this avatar, or you can meet somebody in real life, and they never expose their sensitive sides or their vulnerable sides. But these are one of those things that it's like, being genuine, and um, that makes my creativity, or anybody else that's creative. If you're a musician, artist, a dancer, it's all out of pain. It's all out of experiences. It's all out of you're releasing. And always express those things from that point, and it can always flip and turn into something else. So I wanted to start off with that. I thank Root for having me here, man. Like seeing all the, I'm looking at all the names up in here. It's like there's some heavy hitters in here, and I wish everybody well and success moving forward in this platform, the metaverse, and we about to change things. Each and every last one of us. I got some of my squad in here. Woo 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 woo. I know I can't hear y'all, but woo, everybody else can. Woo woo woo. But so I look again. I appreciate Root for having me here, and I wanna start with um I want to start with wanting somebody else to succeed. When you go home at night, because everybody wants it so bad. You know what I mean? We want the finer things in life. We want the beautifulest woman, or the beautifulest family, or the beautifulest husband, or beautifulest whatever, nicest car, is this, and at the end of the day, you have to want that for everybody else that's around you. Um, Especially the people that, show you mad respect and love. You want them to succeed, because what that does is it creates this cycle of, it always comes back, especially if it's your own circle. Um, so like I don't do um this just for me, because I can experience what I'm doing by myself. And but what is it if nobody else is experiencing it with me? So you need other. I would say, for me is always try to have, or try to, there goes to, um make others better around you, and because when they're better, you become better. Um and that's one of those, that's a motto that I stick with. Be around people and try to make them better, because once they get better, they make you better. Um but in saying that, I got some good news. Um it's a random thing that happened, and it's my kids, my daughter, my two daughters, my 19-year-old and my 9-year-old. They kind of look alike. Actually, they look just like each other. But they did a TikTok video, and it went viral, like crazy viral. Like it's funny though, because they was playing around, but it went up to, the first day it went to like 1 million, and then it's the fifth day and they're already hitting 10 million. So it's like one of those things where I'm like, see, the energy was just good. I just like, y'all keep doing what you're doing. But now I'm on the phone and stuff. I'm like, trying to call people, like, I'm that agent and stuff like that. And, no, but it's all good. They were did a cute video, and people love them for for just their own personalities. So it's like this year, 222, and a lot of people have been coming to me and be like, "Man, I see those numbers too. I see those numbers too." This can't be a coincidence, you know what I mean? Like I feel like we in this space, not just in VR, but in when the sun goes up and sun goes down, uh, the energy is different, and you just kind of ride that wave and always stay positive, because that's just how it works. Nothing's too bad. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's too bad. I always say even kill, because things are going to go wrong. But this year it feels a little special. I don't know if everybody has the same feeling, but there's a lot of good vibes that are just it's just this is not a coincidence. So saying that, proud of my daughters, um, trying to get them. They're trying to get in the metaverse, and you know, uh, I've been trying to get them in the metaverse, but they're gonna be in here having fun and creating and building. But I got some points down because I thought I was gonna be interviewed, so I wrote some stuff down. Um, Primitive. So primitive. You know the name. It just jumped out at me. It was actually I was trying to figure something out, and I came up with a few names, and I usually sit around with my kids, and I always cause like listen to youth. I mean, like my youngest is a baby, 3. You know what I mean, and they have ideas. What they see, right? They're the next generation to whatever is cool to them. It don't matter what we like. You know what I'm saying? My daughter told me she's 19. She was just like Kanye and Pete Davidson, all that feud was happening. And my daughter was like, and I'm on the phone talking to my boy about it. And she rose up and she's like, Kanye's old. Like, I don't care. He's an old man. I'm like, oh, I looked up like, yeah. To her, he's like an old man. Even though he's, to us, he's like billionaire. Um, one of the greatest producers and rappers, but to her, it's just not her generation, and I really thought about it for a minute. It made me laugh. So but anyway, I'm sitting around with my kids, and I'm like, trying to figure out a name, and I was just like, so we use primitive shape for everything, and as soon as I said that, they all looked at me, and I was just like, primitive shapes. That's what we use. And it's like, and it even makes sense of the uh the beginning stages of horizon of the metaverse. It's primitive. We're experiencing the earliest stages of the VR and the metaverse. And it just only made sense that I think people will understand that concept right away. And that's just the name. So what it is it's an idea. And when it's an idea, you leave it at that. You don't cap it. You don't say this is what I want to do in 5 years with my idea. Ideas always evolve. You give ideas space to grow because so check that this is a crazy thing. I experienced this when I was in my 20s. I had like I thought I was the guy with ideas. You know what I mean? Like it's like ideas would come to me and I'm like, man, I got this idea, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, everybody's like, how you come up with all these ideas? And then it hit me, it humbled me one day because I thought about it. And of course, I was probably smoking a little weed, but ain't nobody saying nothing about that. But I sat there and I'm like, I didn't give myself an idea. It appeared in my head. Like I'm sitting minding my own business, watching TV or whatever, and all of a sudden, boom, like a light bulb goes off. And I asked myself, it's like, I didn't put that there because I didn't know it was there before it got there. So it wasn't me. So I can't take the credit of idea. This is the universe. You know what I mean? We just discover. We discover everything. Everything is already here. We just discover. You know what I'm saying? Like an idea just appears and we recognize it. So it's not mine. That's what creates my. That what allows me to be humble is because it's not coming from me. I'm just discovering what's already there, and so that's one of those things in my life that I really really harp on, and I really when it comes out of the team, I'm always doing like these little positive speeches and stuff like that. I can't help it because I was a coach. I always coach little kids. I always have some positive little things to say. But that's just the type of person I am. But at the end of the day, it's not me. An idea belongs to everybody because you're gonna experience it. If one of you guys come up with an idea and it becomes successful, everybody else is gonna experience it more than you. If you think about it, even this metaverse, or Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs created Apple, of course with a team, but his idea, he's long gone. But Apple's going to be around forever, and they're going to experience Apple more than he is. We're going to experience Apple more than actually the creator. So this is where you give homage to ideas and understand that it's not you. And then it becomes easier. We stop beefing. We stop look, he flying too. Look. I like that idea though. That's I like that. But anyway, we stop uh we stop arguing and we stop saying, "Hey, I did this first. I was the first person to do it." Man, it was already here, bro. It was already here. It's just discovery. And it belongs to everybody because I can discover anything I want all day, every day. But if I don't share it, it's nothing. It doesn't matter. It needs us. An idea needs us. So that's why moving forward in this metaverse, um, you know, you have to we have to um be mindful of that. This is not individual. Everything's a team thing. You all have to move together to get to that next level. Because if you make it, you make it, you know what I'm saying? Then it reflects and we all gain the energy. As long as we not selfish. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no room for that. Um, go back to my notes. I did all these notes in the back just now. I just jotting down. Uh, I'm a little unorthodox. That's just my nature. Um, I'm gonna throw this on here. Oh yeah. So even this is I'm going back to childhood a lot. You know what I mean? I learned we grew up the way I grew up um was, you know, fear tactics, like, you fear your teacher, or you're gonna get in trouble. You fear your parent, you're gonna get a spanking. You fear um um teachers or anything in higher, police, lawyers, or I mean judges and whatever. We're built on this fear system. But my if you think about it, even in the Bible it says fear God, right? And there's something about that didn't sit right with me growing up. I know I'm going heavy and deep right now, but that's what you're gonna get from me. Uh, when you fear something, you spend your whole life trying to conquer it. And if you don't conquer it, you feel less of a person. You always saying, oh, like even opportunities, you might fear to take a chance to try to become what you actually really want to become. We make excuses and say, hey, I can't, I didn't have the money today, or, man, like, I'm trying to, like, this it's not, I don't think it's gonna work because of this and that and this and that. But we spend our whole life when you fear something trying to conquer fear. So in saying that, respect has more value than fear. When you respect somebody, you're not trying to conquer them because you respect them. If you respect your mother or your father or your friends or your brother and they respect you back, there's no competition no more because it's all respect, all love. Hey, what up, what up, what up? You got your lane, you got your lane. There's enough to go around, but fear is keeping people at a space where they don't, it's like you still want to be over somebody based on and that's just how our society is, right? And we bring this bull crap into the metaverse. This is a different slate. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the real world. It's the real world, but it's not the real world. Like we don't have to bring in all the stuff that we do outside and that we've, you know, experienced into this space because it's like it's brand new and we have to start thinking different. We're at a beginning stages of something, one of the greatest things in human evolution. Just like when the internet first started or the cell phone first started. The phone itself, cars, when the automotive industry first started. Like we're experiencing that now at the beginning stages. So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, respect that. Don't fear it. Don't be afraid. Keep pushing forward. Go back to these notes. Okay. Now I'm a competitor though. I'm a competitor. So there's I merged this together because when it comes down to creating, I'm like, if anybody knows, I love hoops. I'm a basketball fanatic. Um, there's no sport that ever came before it or after it for me. I'm a basketball fanatic. LeBron. I'm not patriotic, but LeBron. um, yeah, I'm not patriotic. I'm about I follow greatness where it goes. And that's what the GMs are paying attention to. That's why they make the moves differently because even Michael Jordan said that the Bulls used him um, because of his loyalty to a system that he's only profit, right? As great as Michael Jordan was, he has an expiry date. And, you know, we got to think these kids are coming in at 19 years old in any sport. Man, GM is not looking at that. They're looking at what can we get from him? How can we maximize his potential? Because there's always going to be another one. Always going to be another GOAT. Another 20 years, there's going to be another GOAT. Another 30 years, there's going to be another GOAT after that. And it's always going to happen. So they're just capitalizing. And players today are starting to understand that, wait a minute. Like, I know I have an expiry date. I need to maximize myself. You know what I mean? So going back to the game of basketball, I kind of veered off a little bit. I am a competitor. Humble mindset to be like, yo, man, I have to kill him this time. I gotta do it. And it's not an individual, you know what I'm saying? It's just the concept of what I'm trying to do. And I push the limits. I push my limit. And if it's not, I got worlds that, man, ain't nobody see. Like, I got worlds I ain't even see because I'm like, I'm trying to like be better than myself every time, and it just keeps the edge. And as long as I'm doing that, and as long as anybody else is doing that, we're all gonna elevate. And competitive nature is a great thing, and it doesn't have to be enemies. Because at the end of the game, we can slap five, hey, go up to dinner, let's go to eat, pick each other's brains. But as soon as we get back on that court, I'm taking your throat out. That's just me as a person. Uh, but I love it, and it's all in fun. It's all in fun. So nobody get uh feel a type of way because when I go hard, I go hard. But I expect the same thing out of you. Like I want people to go hard at me, because like again, it's just making each other better, man. This is and we're in a once in a lifetime like era of this metaverse, and if we ain't going hard, then somebody else is going to go hard. You know what I'm saying? They open this up to all these different countries and all these different metaverses, and we have to be like, how can we separate ourselves and be um you know be the best and be the pioneers, and for everybody will start you know trying to get back into gym. Start You got to wake up early, 4 o'clock in the morning, if you're going to want to compete with Horizon. So that's my mindset when it comes down to building and building a team, and just staying heavy. You know what I mean? Keep those weights on. And also, like, I know I've been in build mode a lot. People have been like, "Oh man, we don't see you enough, or we don't see you a lot." Because if you're a creator, you're building. I feel like a vampire. You know what I'm saying? Like, these lights be bright. You know what I'm saying? I need to go back into the cave and create. But these type of things right here, like, uh, just like Roop said at the beginning, like, what we doing here, man. Like, this guy's doing some. I knew Roop. He actually met me in the alley, and he came to me, man. He was a solid dude right from the beginning, and I respect him big time, man. Like, he's just a good all around dude. And then he said, "I'm gonna start building," and then he rolls up with something like this. I was like, "This is your first build, man." Got some tricks. Um, but other than that, I don't. I keep things short. Um, uh, I can take some questions if anybody wants some questions. Um, you on mute, Root?
All right, so just to explain, thank you, Gold. You guys can take yourself off of mute. The way the questions will work is once you hit the card at the chair, your chair will elevate and it will make you global, and then you can ask your question. I just respectfully ask that we all do it one at a time, just so we're not all talking each other over each other. So if you guys have questions for Golden, now is the time to do it.
I had a question. I want to know who or what inspires you.
Is he? Does he know he's? All right.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
What's that?
All right. So just grab your card, Miss T, and it's going to raise you up. You can ask your question.
I just want to know who or what inspires you because your work is amazing. I have seen it.
Oh, appreciate that 100%. Um, I have a few that inspires me, and you know, Um, I kind of, you know, I can say Michael Jackson straight up. I'm from that era. I'm 42 years old, so MJ, both MJs, Michael Jordan, uh, Bruce Lee. This is going back, so there's levels of inspiration that changes through time. As a childhood, these are the guys, comedians like Eddie Murphy. Um, and I kind of like, cause you are what you eat. If you think about it, like who you like, who you look up to, you put a little bit of them into you. So yeah, there's a long list, but I would start with that. And then today, you're looking at some of these athletes like LeBron, uh, and you're looking at artists. You know what? It's weird because when I was young, there was no artist for me to identify with when it comes down to like drawing and painting and because the famous artists, didn't have a like Leonardo da Vinci. I didn't, took lessons in class, and it was a big separation from how many years ago to now. You had to die to be a good artist, so it was always a musician or an athlete. um but then it was my brother, um both of my brothers, they were artists young, and they kind of like um showed me how to do comic books and sketch, and I was really into like comic books and Marvel, so I knew that Marvel stuff before I was so excited about the films because I used to do my own comics and stuff back in the day. But I would say um, who was close to me was probably my brother. Any other?
All right, Price.
Hey, what's up, man?
What up,
Um,
Doc?
I just want to say thank you because you inspire me first and foremost. I know we haven't talked a whole lot, but hearing you talk tonight, I got so much more respect for you because I see that we like think on the same wavelength when it comes to everything in here. But my question is, um, what is your creative process? Like, do you sketch? Do you draw out your ideas first? Or are you one of the ones that like go on the grid and just figure it out as soon as you get in?
I appreciate the love, but I can't tell you that next question. No, I'm playing. No, uh, I So usually when I'm doing it was different than here than actually if I'm doing some artwork outside of here, if I'm doing like a painting or some graphic design or something like that. Because here was like a feeling. It's like when you're inside here, it's like I lay out stuff in here. Like I'll put little blocks up, and you can kind of do your mock up inside here. You don't really have to sketch it out unless you're trying to because it's so quick. You can put a block up here, and you're like, I put blocks, and you can be in God mode. And you're looking down. You can see the sketch. So a lot of times I'm doing that inside here. There's no reason to unless I have an idea that like if I'm out, something pops in my head, I might like write something down or do like a small little sketch. But the mock up is actually in here, so I usually do all that inside of Horizon. Unless, if clients, if there's a client, they want to see a mock-up. So it's a difference for of building for, from for myself or for the team than building for a client because they need to understand the process.
I didn't know if anybody else had a question. You can go, Russ.
Nah, man, I just want to say, man, I agree with you, man. We should all have sparring partners and accountability partners, making sure we all are reaching our goals and elevating our craft, man. Just making sure we all helping each other. Like you said, it goes a long way, and everybody able to help each other elevate, perfect their craft, man, is I think that's the way to go. So I agree with you,
Yeah.
man.
Hey man, for sure, man. And I agree right back because once people really got to understand that it's like I said, like this is not you're not in it by yourself. Everybody thinks they are, but there's no such thing. There's no such thing as building something by yourself. You know what I mean? And you need other people around you, and you need other people to be better around you because you're only as good as your surrounding elements.
Yeah,
You know what
man,
I mean?
and
So
everybody's pushing each other to make sure we all elevate and get and reach those goals that we have. So it's kind of better to do it with a couple people than do it by yourself.
and I would
Yeah.
say there's a sense of saying I like when Floyd Mayweather, like there's so many guys. Somebody asked me who do I look up to or inspires me, like Floyd Mayweather would say, I ain't never getting ready. I'm always ready. Like there's never a time where he has an off season and he's not training. Like if he had a fight in the off season, he's ready to fight. Like it's like he has a fight tomorrow. There's never a time when he's not ready. So I always look at opportunity. And I heard this is not my quote. I heard this. The opportunity is like a train moving around, and sometimes you might miss an opportunity, but there's always another one. Some people give up because, oh man, I had an idea, it didn't work. I had a business that didn't work, and they give up because they exhausted so much time into that, and then they feel like they failed. But that train is gonna come back around. That opportunity, another opportunity. You might not even imagine what it could be. Like the metaverse. Like for us, like we didn't see this coming. It just was like, wait a minute, let me try this. Opportunity will come. The next great thing will come. And if you stay ready when that train comes back around, you're just gonna hop on it. I think. Oh, go ahead. After that, there's Queen Bee and then Pamsky. I said that right, didn't I?
Yeah.
So what's your question, Soup?
Um, Control. I would say, a business. See, I think the problem is, see, look, this is not. This is a platform. I look at the metaverse like somebody's house. This is not like New York or Chicago, even though we're building and we're building. The, you, I don't think you can represent yourself. You can express yourself, but I don't think in here is about color because so for me it's just expressing yourself, and not trying to be too patriotic and group up into these little groups because money don't see color. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can get caught up in that. And right now we're avatars right now. Like, you know, you can make yourself any color in here. So at the end of the day, this is I look at this totally different than the way I look at the real world. It doesn't mean that you can't express yourself and be who you are and feel how you feel, no matter if you're gay, straight, black, white, Chinese, whatever you are. I believe you can represent who you are, but to say that try to try to own this Mark Zuckerberg and Meta own this. This ain't like real estate or a city where you can run and become a mayor or president. The president that owns this metaverse is always going to be the president that owns this metaverse. And trying to we have to think outside the box. You know what I mean? We have to think outside the box, and we shouldn't bring the outside politics in here. So I would say get better. I would say um, um, learn, meet the right people, invest because it's moving. This metaverse is moving without me. I don't know if I answered your question, but
All right. I think Queen, I think you were next.
All right. Hey, Golden, can you hear me?
I can. Queen.
Okay. I don't. Mhm. All right. I don't have a question. I just have a statement. Um, the first world that I visited of yours was Club Colors, and I was so enamored when I walked into the spot because it was so detail oriented. I was completely enamored. And from there, I was a little intimidated because you start to place a person on a platform, like this pedestal, which I did to you. And then I visited other worlds, so you just kept elevating in my mind. And I knew that you were a great creative, from day one. But it wasn't until I sent out a bad signal and I commissioned you to do a world of mine that I realized that you were more than a great creative. So while we're applauding you and giving you your flowers for all the work that you've put in this metaverse, I want to personally say that you are a great guy. You're humble, you're intelligent, you have a special mind. And I've come to appreciate that from working with you over, you know, months. That's like the best part of you. I appreciate every world you created and every world you will create, but I appreciate you as a brother. So I just wanted to tell you that.
Hey, yeah, that means a lot. Like, and in saying that, the time I spent with you, I got to know somebody, got to know a friend, and just sharing life experiences, and it was just easy peasy. There was no, uh, you know, like the art side, and when it's what you do. It becomes it's easy. It doesn't have to be who you are. Uh, I'm not like that's why I don't like labels. That's why I'm not patriotic to the Lakers. It's a business. The LA Lakers is a business, and when we really realize that, I know when you love your city, it's like I'm my city, and you arrive for your city. But when your city's wrong, you will still ride for your city, and we do that with politics. We do that with religion. We do that with so many different things, and that's why I'm not really patriotic to a place because you know it's just a place. A people is a place. Like who we are create the place. Um, uh, a mosquito in New York is the same type of mosquito that will be over here where I'm at in Canada. Actually, we got some different mosquitoes over here. I'm telling you, they're different because we in the country. But I'm just saying, like the patriotism of separating myself as an artist, so called, that's a facade, and we have to, that's difficult to keep that up, to wear your mask every day and to be like, this is who I am. Okay, you got to live that who you are. Like when gangster rap, I mean, I love gangster rap, and there's real gangsters. You know what I mean? Life is life, man. Like there's real gangsters, there's real pimps, uh, there's real, in all different aspects of even music and entertainment. But when you become a celebrity off that, you find these guys having a problem changing. You know what I mean? Like because they were usually kids living a lifestyle, and then all of a sudden, I'm talking about celebrity, right? And then they're like, I'm gonna change my image because I got kids and I got family, I got married, and I can't go to my grandma's house and be hard with grandma. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a sense of how can you keep up the image that you portray? Because the worst person in the world um, is not worse all the time, and we have to be careful of who we label ourselves as because people are going to be expecting that, even if you might not want to be that label anymore. So, being an artist is something I like to do and what I do, but that's not who I am. But I appreciate you though because we had some good talks, and I got to know you and some of your fam, and that's a good person right there. Real talk.
All right. Pam, I think you've been waiting for a while.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, this is my first time like seeing you, meeting you, hearing you talk. So I was kind of just curious as to like what kind of worlds you have and what they consist of. It sounded like you create art. I'm not too sure. So I was just curious. That was question number one. And then number two, I just wanted to see if you had social media just because I feel like I could relate a lot to you. And I feel like, I could relate to how genuine you are and just how like good of a person you are. Me personally, I'm a mentor. I mentor people for trading, but aside from trading, I really love people. I really love like helping people be better, pushing them to achieve their goals and just like teaching them new things aside from what I mentor from, which is trading. So I was just kind of curious, if you have social media, I definitely want to follow you. Feel like you're a very good inspiration.
I
It should be a
appreciate
good.
that
It should be a good
100%.
answer.
Yeah, I do have social media. Should I like post it somewhere or like I don't know if you're gonna write it down right now. I can post it somewhere. And meet me after. And I'll
Okay.
share info with you. And the other question was briefly.
Your worlds.
Oh yeah, my worlds. Have you been to any of my worlds?
No, no, this is the first time that I hear of you.
Okay. So my worlds are gonna end up being called our worlds because I got a team now. Um, so there will be of course there'll be things that I do separate just because I'm expressing myself. But moving forward there'll be a lot of our primitive worlds, but I would say start in the alley, and it's one of I think it's like my second world, but it was when I figured out Horizon because I was building and I didn't know capacity and I just kept building. I didn't know there was a limit to building. I was just going, I'm gonna build everything. I'm gonna keep, and I found out like my controller went red and I'm like, oh man, I can't finish. So I would say hit the alley, and then you would follow it as if you're it's all one world connected, like so you can travel into all my worlds and you'll still feel like you're in the same space. Like when you leave the world you can turn around and you know where you just came from, like wait a minute, I'm in another world but the alley's right there, this is where I came from. So I try to connect on my world, so starting the alley, there's a lot of things to see. Can see the Kobe. I'll probably go to Kobe in the Mandalorian. I would recommend that, and then lead yourself back to the alley, and then go into Golden Avenue, and then you can kind of go from there.
Okay, sounds good.
Sigi, I'm sorry. I'll let you go because you haven't asked a question yet.
Oh, okay. So I gotta say I'm a big fan of you. When I first saw your world, I was like, yo, it's crazy.
I
So
love, man.
you already know. So basically, man, because I'm a builder myself, and I'm pretty sure everybody in here is heavy hitters because I see all the heavy hitters in here.
They up in here.
And they in here. We
They
in
in here.
here. So my question for you is this: if Meta said we're gonna give you one chance just to no capacity, what you gonna build?
Oh my
No
goodness.
capacity. What you
no
what
compa-
is golden
no capacity.
hands? No
Oh man.
capacity. What will golden hands build?
Wow. Wow. Well, I would say that you know I'm
But what what do you see? What do you think has been your greatest accomplishment in Horizon Worlds, and what do you think has been your biggest mistake that you've learned the greatest from in this space?
Um, respecting other artists and other creators. Uh, when you feel like there could be some energy, and saying, "Hey, I ain't about that," and I w- I want you to succeed. And on top of that, building a team. You know what I mean? Knowing that I can't do this by myself. Um, that's probably one of the things that I feel like was one of the most important things I did. Um, and then things that I regret, you would say, probably not coming into Horizon earlier.
What's the biggest thing you've
um,
learned from it here?
learned
Like a lesson learned.
a lesson. Um, man, everything's a lesson. Wow, so I had to be specific about what type of lesson. It would, man, that's a tough one.
Um, like what about world related? Like I know I've had
World
struggles
related,
where, yeah, go ahead.
world related. Um, there was a sense of me. It's bittersweet.
Hmm.
There was I could have collabed more. But there was a sense of I wouldn't say it was a regret, but there's because I like to work with people, so there was a sense of I felt like I didn't collab for certain reasons, because I kept telling people like I'm just trying to figure things out. You know what I mean? I don't,
Hmm.
but at the same time, there's some people that I wish I would have collabed with. But I wouldn't see. I wouldn't even say that was an issue. Because I feel like it worked out. And I think everybody understands that I spoke to about collaborations.
Hmm.
But man, that's a tough question. Like, um, yeah, build wise, I would say not waking up at 4 in the morning instead of I could have put more work in. I think
Yeah,
that's what it is. I just put more work in.
yeah,
That
I
like
feel that.
there's always times where I can actually put more work in and than I should, and it's just like there's a lot on my plate, on everybody's plate in here, because you come in here like there wasn't no consistent cash flow for everybody coming in here, so it's like you trying to
Hmm.
juggle your life and your family and your kids and school and work and there, so but at the same time it was like I always like I can do more, like more. And I think that was one of the things that um but yeah, but that's a good question, man. That's something I have to really sit down and think about. I moved really carefully though, so I tried to eliminate the most mistakes. You know what? I think it'd be a question that I would ask. I would
Hmm.
ask somebody else what do you think my mistake was? Because they might have something that I never thought of that I should have did or I shouldn't have did or something like that.
Mhm.
Because I really try to pace myself and think before I move. So I try to eliminate mistakes and not try to move out of feeling just because I feel a type of way and not don't move off that. Just move off of what I think is the best move. So yeah, that's a question for somebody else because somebody else can probably tell you, and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't have did that.
Gotcha. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Miss T.
Okay, I guess it's my turn now. Um, Two things I want to say. One, I don't know if you ever seen my worlds. I have like 28 worlds published right now. I don't know if you checked me out yet, but
I probably have.
okay. Um, but
I
my
check out
question
world. I check out
is,
worlds like in the middle, like of like when nobody's on. I'll be around. I'll be at people's worlds though.
okay. My question is, well, also I want to say I have met you, and every time we have talked, you've been
Hmm.
so humble, and you know, so I appreciate that giving me that time that we did have. Um, and then what I was going to say. Oh, are you open for collaborations in the future with anyone
Always,
or even
absolutely,
teaching?
absolutely. No, there be um, there's lots of ways to go about collaborations. I felt like when I first came into Horizon, the standard was in a free trade era, right? And everybody was trading based on the goods that they have for your goods. And here you go, I do this, I you script that, I give you this, and then I felt like I don't. It wasn't a problem. I think that showed a lot of people that just wanted to share and get better. It was a great thing, but I don't think Meta. See, I was trying to think about what Meta's vision is, and they want you to make money because if you make money, they make money. Um, so that's why they accommodate us. As soon as we start asking for, this is how much this costs, and I charge this, and hey, your time is your time. So soon, and that should be respected by somebody else. If somebody says this is how much I charge, man, that's how much you charge. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. I ain't gonna go to McDonald's and say, hey man, how much is a cheeseburger? And they be like, 99 cents. I was like, can I get it for 27 cents? You can be like, what are you talking about? We ain't even gonna ask that question. We ain't even gonna stutter it or even think about it. It's not even coming unless I got a coupon. So when somebody has a price, even if you feel like it's no, it's just way too much. No, that's their price. And you can't you artist feels how much their price is and that should be what they think. If you're like, I can't get it or I don't want it because it's too expensive, that's just what it is. So in saying that, collaboration, I think there's a better word for it. Doing business with somebody is a better word than collaboration because now you there's something that comes out of it. You know what I mean? You're moving in the direction of um of growth. Because a collab, we can collab all day, but doing business together, now we both eating, and the project is still going to be the same. You know what I mean? The only difference is we both eating. So having that mindset of doing business with somebody and respecting that, we'll push the envelope and things will just get better and better. And then Meta's gonna be like, let's give them this, let's give them this. They're trying to grow too, because
Exactly.
that's all. They're not collabing. Meta's not collabing with us. They're doing business. And then when we
Absolutely.
understand that, yeah. So, but
So,
absolutely,
on that note, I have a company called Meta Builders LLC, and I am looking to contract different creators in the metaverse for corporations and different projects. So when you said business, that was sparked up in my head because I got a full team now as well, and
Hmm.
it's some of the top creators that's in here I'm working with,
Congrats,
but I
congrats.
don't add them as a employee. I add them as a independent contractor. So I
Right.
contract them out to some bills that I'm bringing in corporate wise. So that's my goal. And also, on that note, I want to get a shout out to you and also all the dope creators that's in this room. I mean, all
For
y'all is
real.
super super amazing. I have
For
seen all
real.
y'all work, and this room is like full with inspiration, and I appreciate all y'all. You know,
Much
y'all
love.
all
Can you
dope.
shout out? Can you shout out one of your worlds? One of your favorite? Like when you feel like that.
Um,
Give me like a world.
okay. So I would say my favorite is Love Tower Lounge. That's my most viewed world as well.
I've been yeah.
Um, so I
Didn't
would
you
say
have like
probably
a
that's my favorite.
you was getting ready to have like a grand opening to that? Didn't you invite me to that?
I probably did.
Okay. All right. I think that
But
is
I had that role for a while now. I want to say that's maybe my fifth role I might have built. So I had that since maybe February,
okay.
something like that. The end of February, beginning of March. So
Okay, for sure. Just
that's
let me
my
know
favorite
after this.
role, I would say.
Just pin me up, give me a request, man. I'll come through. I'll make my way. I always make try to make my way sometimes to somebody's world I'll be building. I'll just be like, I'm gonna pop in this world. And I'll pop in there
Yeah.
uh and check it out.
Okay. Well, I got 28 worlds now, and I want to say, like, the more I build, the more the new worlds become my favorite because my skills have improved a lot. Um, I want to shout out, I got a Monopoly world. I have a Deal or No Deal. I have Spades. I have Bid Whist.
That's
Um,
what's up.
I got
You
Sonnet
moving,
that
girl.
I'm working on. Yeah, so I got a lot of like new game worlds, board games. I have trouble. So I trying to build stuff that I want to experience and have fun
Right.
with it. So
100%. Good convo. Good convo.
All right,
Can I
awesome. Let me just
can
get
I
Divine real quick. Soup. Divine,
can
you
I
go
take
next.
a can I come right back 1 second? Like you got like 30 seconds?
Sure. Wait, did he just separate from his coin? How did he do that?
I noticed that's been happening. That's just the update.
Wow. So just a brief intermission while he comes back. So Divine will get you next, and XR Rob will get you next. Okay. So how's the show been so far? And a question in the chat. Question in the chat. So, so until he's coming back. So again, like we've pointed out a few things, right? There are a lot of amazing creators in this room. So make the effort to grow your networks, right? We should be now adding these people into our list, into our contacts, right? Because these are potential future business partners. Doesn't really matter what your role is in this space. You are all future business partners. So make sure you guys add each other while you're in the room.
I had to charge my
All right.
headset. I plug it in.
So Divine. Oh, is he frozen? Uh-oh.
I'm
Did he make
frozen?
it? Oh, wait. Wow, that's
No,
weird.
when he takes his headset off and then comes back, we freeze sometimes.
Oh.
No, yeah. He's still
Good?
there,
Okay.
but there you go. You're good.
He just did a pirouette.
I don't know what I did.
All right, we good?
Okay, I'm back.
All right, Divine.
I Golden.
What's up, Divine?
So I'm fanning out. When I got in here and I seen everybody that popped in, I was like, okay, now this would not be the best time to freak out. You've been in here for a minute. Come on now. But I've never been in with everybody. So I freaked out. I didn't scream or nothing. Y'all couldn't hear me, but everybody that was in the party with me heard me. It's all
I
good.
almost screamed too. I was screaming in the
I
back.
know, right? It was crazy, right? Okay. So first of all, I don't have no questions. I'm completely and totally just overcome and overwhelmed and full with everything that you said. CJ could tell you I was in the party screaming and passing out every time you said something because it was all so uplifting. It just really made me feel good and it was encouraging because you see a lot of negativity and you don't see much positivity when it comes to creating. So, I mean, it's a few but not a whole lot and it was just really good to hear, especially for someone of your caliber. That was crazy for me. But I wanted to thank you for something that you did a few months ago, and I don't know if you knew you were doing it, but you did it. I had sat on a build that I had for about, I want to say 3 months, and I had tussled with that thing on if I was going to release it. I mean, I went in there and I took things out, I put things back in. And for me, I build houses, so that can be a little tedious in itself. And constantly putting something in and taking it out and putting something and taking it out, it could be a lot. And when I released it that night, I was really reluctant to want to release that day. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put it out. No, I'm not gonna put it out. And it meant a lot to me because it was a lot that went into it. Because I felt like I had branched out and done something that I had never done before. So that night, you came to my launch, and I hadn't launched anything in about 3 months. And it was a really tough time for me at that moment. And you came in and you gave me kudos. And I was shocked because, you're golden hands. Okay. Michael Jackson almost. Okay. So
What?
I just made a bit. It just made me feel
No,
really
I'm playing.
good and it made me feel really good, and it encouraged me, kind of to keep going in this space because even when I first met you, you were very humble, and I didn't think you were gonna even talk to me. I just walked in and spawned in, and it was just you and three other people, and I was like, okay, hi. And you spoke back, you talked to me for about 30 minutes and it meant a lot, but just thank you for showing up, you know? Thank you for coming by and, giving me kudos and encouraging words and just having a conversation. It meant a great deal at the moment.
Hey, I appreciate that so much, and I'm gonna tell you when I remember, and when I go to people's worlds and I see what they're doing, usually, even when I'm in here and I see groups build, and like we all think differently, and it's just like when I get inspired no matter what. Anybody's idea, like if we all think of a draft in a giraffe, like the long neck giraffe. If we all picture a giraffe right now, everybody's giraffe is gonna be different. It's just it's just how our brains work. Everybody draw a picture of a giraffe, it's gonna be different. So even the imagination. So I get inspiration. I go to people's worlds to be inspired, and so um yeah, I appreciate the love, and I'm gonna send you love right back for sure.
All right, Rob.
What's up, bro? Hey, first
What up
off,
there,
I just
EXO?
want to say, I appreciate your humility, your humbleness. A lot of times you meet creators, you meet builders, you meet architects who just have this mentality where is me. I'm the show. I'm the showstopper. But you don't have that. You speak with a lot of grace, and man, I really appreciate that. But my question to you is, you speak about team. When did you know that you needed a team? When did you know that you couldn't do it by yourself? It was bigger than you.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love from that man, and um when I knew I needed a team when I was 25 years old, because there was a time I was trying to do it all myself. Like I said, I love the hoop. I'm undersized, but I love the hoop. Like I with a passion. I didn't have the right coaching system around me. And I'm from Canada, so in Canada, like the Toronto Raptors were there's no Vince Carter yet. So there was there was the programs. There was no scholarships for basketball in Canada when I was younger. So there was no system. So I played. I was undersized, but I was one of them guys that, give me the ball, move out the way. I ain't see you in the corner. I'm doing it. And then I learned being when I was 25 to when I was trying to do things, I was trying to do everything by myself. Um, but like I said earlier, like every negative is a positive, long as you can see it. So as much as I was a ball hog, and as much as I thought I can do, I run a business all by myself and do these things all by myself. I learned really quick that it doesn't work like that. A team, you need a team to win. That's why this is probably another conversation route, but the whole LeBron and Jordan debate, um, you 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 can't win 6 rings without a squad. That's not an individual accolade. You know what I mean? Like it's just not. Like you need a roster. And at the end of the day, those championships were Chicago Bull championships. Even though Jordan did his thing, but you need a team to win, and I learned that real quick. I would get, I put up the scoreboard, man. I look at my stats. I'm like, man, after the game, I'm looking at the scoreboard. We lost by like 10, and I'm looking at the scoreboards. I mean, I put up like 35, and I'm like, the victory didn't happen. So I learned that early on, and coming in here, I knew that I was going to need a squad, like right from the get go. But I wanted to be patient. I didn't want to force. And I was talking to my team. I was like, I don't want to force the ball. You know what I'm saying? You play with patience. Um, you don't force up a jumper in the corner. When you on a fast break, don't pull up for three. You know what I mean? Pace yourself. It's 4 quarters. You know what I mean? You got to study the other teams. You got to go to your playbook. You got to look at defense. You got to be analytic. People are trying to rush. Come in here and I'm doing this. But when you pace yourself, you're actually moving faster than the ones that are rushing. So I knew I needed a team as soon as I came in here. It was just letting organic feel happen. Don't rush it. It'll happen. So yeah, I knew a team. I knew I needed a team before I even came in here.
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead, Soup.
you got a guy. Think Soup got somebody. Yeah, I hear you. Chat. Matt from chat. In Horizon. Come on, chat. Come on, dog. My Super. Super is my favorite. He's my favorite build. No, I can do this. I can do this. I'm not gonna say who my favorite builder is, but I respect a lot of builders. Because there's so when you say artists and builders, there's two different things because sometimes concepts and ideas are different than actual quality. You got to kind of like put things in categories, and there's a lot of different categories when you look at it. Um, uh, yeah. So I'm looking like, oh wow, I can tell you this. No, 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 no. I'm gonna answer the question. No, I'm gonna answer the question in a certain way. There's because like I said, there's different, you know. Um, but when I first came in here, one of the first worlds I seen was Hardy World, and I appreciated his vision. You know what I mean? I did, and so you always have something embedded in your head the first time you go somewhere, right? And then um outside of that, JB, he on the squad. JB. Hey, on my squad, but JB, um, and this young lady right here, um, you know, what I mean, she's trying to get me going back to the lab, and she pumping out more work. Sadie over here, she pumping out more work. I'm looking at her, I'm like, okay, okay, Sadie, I'm about to go at you, girl. No, but I love it. Like, no, there's a lot of creators like to say favorite, man. Oh man, because there's been experiences that I had because it's one of the first things I experienced, and then there's so many good creators coming up now that I'm a fan myself, man. I go in their worlds and I be taking pictures and getting inspired. So um, and this look at this room though, like this homeboy Dirt coming up with stuff, and like man, like this room's full of that. So um I'm inspired by a lot. But number one favorite, it's you, Soup. Yeah, man. Best squares I ever seen in my life.
So one thing I want to say before we move on, because I don't want anyone to overlook what Golden said about teams, right? So we all know that respectively, Michael Jordan is the best, greatest of all time. Sorry, Golden. LeBron is very good, but MJ is at the top of the list. But let's think about what that team, that Chicago Bull team, and the impact they had. Right, Michael Jordan scored what 63 points in the Boston Garden, which had never ever been done before. Um, to that caliber, and I think he had like the flu or something when he did it. But when you look at the dynamic of that team, there wasn't a team of 6 or 10 or 12 Michael Jordans, right? There was one Michael Jordan, there was one Scottie Pippen, there was one Kerr, there was one Rodman, but everybody respectively was the absolute best at the lane that they decided to play when they put that together in their team. So I don't want anyone to ever get discouraged if you attempt to be another golden hand, right? That may not be necessarily your lane. Your lane is going to be whatever you decide to put your focus, energy into that brings you joy. And that's what you should be the best at. Don't worry about being competitive, even though the spirit of competition helps things grow. But just know that whatever your purpose is in this space is your purpose and nobody else's. And nobody will ever be better at doing you than you. So just keep that in mind as you continue to create.
100%. I
All right.
feel that.
I'm sorry.
I feel that.
All right. Dirt, I think you had a question.
Well, more like a statement, but to my brother Golden Hand, I just want to say, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate, all the conversations and we throw ideas back and forth. We spark each other, and I might have something that I feel like is, oh, it's great, and that's how it's gonna be. Let you check it out, and then we go back and forth, and then it turns into a little bit more next level. So I want to tell you that you are that type of inspirational person. You are a very humble person. A lot of people just finding that out. I've known for a little while, and I appreciate it. And to Rupert, I just wanted to say, LeBron James.
Hey, yo. Hey, wait. Let's do this right quick. I gotta throw this right. Listen, you said that I got enough time as I need. If
Yeah.
anybody tired, they can bounce if they want to. But
Yeah, we're going to
listen,
have to change seats. LeBron this side, Jordan this side. Y'all switch seats whenever y'all ready.
wait, yeah. So it's like this. It's one of the hardest. It's one of the hardest debates. I would say this though. I would honestly say this. I am leaning more to Mike. Okay, and but I said leaning, right? Michael Jackson leaning. Uh, no, listen. But if you think about it, I start really looking at Michael Jordan's competition. He didn't play against the dominant Shaq and Kobe. He didn't play against the dominant Tim Duncan and that dynasty. He didn't play against if you look at the Detroit Pistons, they were old They were on the last leg. They split up right after that. He couldn't beat him until they got old. This has nothing to say against Michael, because Michael is what Michael is. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that his lane, his pathway, um, in so you look at Reggie Miller. Come on, Reggie Miller. That's all he had. Reggie Miller can ball, but it was just Reggie Miller. And then you look at the teams he beat. Like so you understand this too. He beat the Phoenix Suns, and then that was probably one of the best teams that he beat. The Utah Jazz. The thing about is if we play 1-on-1 and you beat me, and we're like over the age of 25, 26, 27, and you beat me 3 times in a row easy, what's the chances I'm gonna beat you the fourth? Especially when we can game plan. You're better than me.
Right.
So those teams were the same teams he played They didn't do big trades. When LeBron was on Cleveland, they put Boston was that they put Kevin Garnett, KG, Paul Pierce, Rondo, Ray Allen together just to beat him. So it's like he's not playing against the same Boston that he was beating last year. He's playing with a new team, new game plan, new everything. And that's the difference in between today's game. And I'm not even talking about Michael Jordan and LeBron. I'm talking about the difference between the games today is like every year you're playing against a new squad. You're not gonna beat the same team again. Like soon as you got somebody's number, yeah, I'm gonna beat you every time. But no, now you switch this up. Oh, okay, you got this. Oh, now it's like I'm not playing against the same team, but they know who we are because we're the same team.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got defenses ready for us. So I think that's a different conversation. It's not about leaning who's better, Michael or LeBron, but we just got to understand the era is so different based on that team sports is different.
Yep.
Yeah. We gotta have a whole segment on that.
Yeah, we might have to do another MetaTalks just on those two teams. All right. Anybody have any other questions? Biggie, did you have a question earlier?
I didn't, but I just accidentally grabbed this thing that popped up. But,
and he's the scripter, y'all, and he's the scripter.
So I met you February, I think.
Yeah, around there.
Around February, and through Dunder couldn't stop talking about your build, man. And he's like, dude, you got to see the alley. You got to see that. Like literally, do it.
Dunder, my dude.
Talked to him like 3 times, and he's like, you got to come see the alley. So we pop in the alley, and you're in there. And first time I met you, and we were just talking, man. And I was just asking you questions. I was so blown away by your use of detail, but also your use of lighting. You know what I mean? Like the way you were making things reflect and making things show in a certain color by changing the lighting on them. And, that made me start thinking about these builds in a different light, so to speak, no pun intended, but it made me look at it in a different way. And, you know, I just want to say that, with me joining the team about a month ago, um, I've been exposed to a whole different leadership style from you. You know what I mean? And I'm not used to that. I'm used to being a leader. I'm used to being the one in charge. You know what I mean? Or at least listened to by the people that are in charge. And so to see somebody that leads with a completely different leadership style, but I see that it works, right? You're how patient you are. You don't jump to a conclusion. You don't jump to a gun. You listen and you kind of mull it over in your head and you think on it, and then you come back with with an opinion. And sometimes our opinions are far apart, but to see your process and that you come to a completely different conclusion, but then I see that it works. You know what I mean? And I respect that. And I look at it this way, like iron sharp as iron, man. So to be around someone like you, I just want to say I'm honored, man, and I'm looking forward to the things that we're gonna do together, brother. Appreciate it.
Hey man, no, this dude right here, Biggs, man, did not. So like, I feel like this was an organic thing. I mean, we knew each other. prior. We met early, like you said, and then it was like a full circle thing. Um, you was being requested highly, and then it was just like, but we didn't get to know each other. Like, I learned a lot about Biggs. This guy's a smart guy, man. He knows what he wants, exactly what he wants and how he wants it. And that's the thing. Like, listen, uh, leadership is tradable. You know, you give leadership according to what's necessary. You know, um, and somebody doesn't have to be the leader um, all the time, and sometimes that's where pride pops in. It's like sometimes it's like, hey, you know this better. What's your opinion? Like, I can have an idea, but I'm feeding off somebody else because that's how you get better. We don't always have the answers. Somebody else might have it. So ask questions. So, and that's one of those things is just staying just staying you know um you know you don't always have to put yourself in front because sometimes you don't deserve to be there. And I learned that when to insert myself and um sometimes a lot of people just want to be the guy to tell somebody what to do, and everybody hated that person. If you ever had like a job, you know what I'm saying, working at a factory or wherever you ever worked before, being young or now, and you got this person that just wants to tell you what to do just because it's his position to tell you what to do. It's not a pleasant environment. It's like you shouldn't want to hate going to work because the there's somebody in a position that gets to tell you what to do. Like that's like I said, it's you start fearing somebody and respecting somebody. Respect you if you disrespect somebody that respects you, you're the bad guy. And you know it, and so does the person that respects you. You know what I'm saying? So the whole element of respecting somebody else and you get that back. Your floor is your floor. We both have mouths, we both have ideas. You know what I mean? Let's share them. You know what I mean? Let's come to a conclusion. And again, the conclusion, is not ours. It's not mine. It's not yours. It's ours. Because we came to that conclusion together. I agree with that. You agree with that? Oh, I do. If we disagree, it's not personal. It's learning. So I appreciate you, Biggs, man. You a heavy hitter right there. You knock him out the park. We got some things coming. Don't we got some things coming?
Hey,
What's
that
up
was
there,
an
Sue?
accident again, man. I tried to
No,
throw
it
the
ain't.
thumbs up.
No, it
I tried
wasn't.
to throw the thumbs up.
This chair need to come up too, though, Meta.
Yeah, I'm about to see about that.
You need a button on this bad boy.
Speak to the design team
No,
over there.
wait.
He's sitting
Super,
right
super
over there.
got one. Super got one.
What you got, Soup?
Okay. Oh, going in now, super now. Now, this guy, but you keep me on my p's and q's though. That's the thing about suit because I'm really unorthodox though, and I said that to them earlier, and I said that to you guys. Sometimes I'm really unorthodox, because just the way I am, and sometimes I need to be brought out of a certain side of my brain, and then soup comes with some. Hey man, aren't you supposed to be where you supposed to be, and you know what I mean, and that's that's priceless. You know what I'm saying? It's just like being accountable for each other. um, and that's what teammates do. Like it's when you flow in a system, in a culture. That's why I talk about team culture. Like it's when you build your own culture, uh, it's it starts to be easy to work. It's just easy, and it's just like there's no egos, and we just if if you think that I need to do something or 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 handle something, let me know. And it's just like, oh yeah, I do. You know what I mean? And that's just the best way. But Sue be keeping me on my Q's and P's though. Appreciate you, though.
All right, Rose, you're on mute.
Hi.
Just grab your card again.
Um,
Yep, there you go. All right, there you go.
I just kind of wanted to say I'm happy to be here, just listening to you. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here, just listening to you and talking about team and leadership. Yeah, I don't know. It spoke to my heart because I started something new here. I feel like when I first came in here, I was just enjoying myself, having fun. And I've been to the alley. That's where I mean the alley. And I said it one time. I was like, someone should make a music video in there because it's so dope. I love that place. But I never I never like had like a one-on-one with you and just being here listening to you. I feel like it spoke to my heart and yeah, I think yeah, I'm inspired. Okay,
Yeah, hey, I
I'm done.
appreciate
Just
you,
wanted to
bro.
say
I
that.
really, no, I appreciate you 100%. Yeah, I'm glad. Like, like this is. I'm just speaking off the top. Like, I came in here like I expected. Sorry for not really being prepared, Root. Um, but I came in here. In my head. I was expecting questions. Just that's just in my head. I was expecting so. When I came in here, it's just like, wait a minute. They're like, oh, you just got the. I was like, where's the other chair at? Isn't it supposed to be like a talk show host? Somebody interview? Where's Oprah? Where's?
Nope.
But I'm like, they're like, no, you. Soup was like, no, you just go ahead and talk. So I was just like, so I was in the back, and I was just like, give me some points, and then I had to start off on some sentimental stuff. You know what I mean? Of you create purpose. You know what I mean, for yourself, and the worst things in your life that can happen. You can always find the positive in it, and flip it around. Sometimes you ever watch anybody raise if y'all I can't hear y'all, but have y'all seen Collateral Beauty by Will Smith? I know he's not like a hot topic guy right now, but the it was a finding something. It's like I really liked that movie. Actually, I didn't like it the first time I watched it, but I liked it like uh, I watched it like maybe 3 times, and then I really respected the message. Um, because there's certain things you feel like you can't come back from in life, and everybody has different life experiences, and we come from different places. And we grew up differently, and sometimes you can feel like you can't come back from something, and you just like, oh, and you always repeating your past, even if it's in business or relationships or friends, and you repeat, and the more you repeat yourself, that energy sticks with you. uh so it's about letting that go, not thinking about it, because if it's in your mind. So anybody experience, okay, if you ever bought a new car, you bought your car, your first car, or the car you just recently have, and as soon as you got that car, you start seeing that same car on the road everywhere you went. You're like, man, I see the same freaking car now. But you didn't see it before, but until it got into your brain. As soon as it got into your brain, and you concentrate on it, now what's happening is your mind is picking it up. Like, that person got the same rims as mine, but if they wasn't your rims, you would never notice those rims that somebody else had. So negative energy works the same way. If you're thinking bad, or oh man, what if this happens, you're gonna be looking for it, and you will find it. If you're looking for it, you will find it. If you're looking for drama, and you're like, I hope I don't have any drama today, oh, you're gonna find it because that's where your brain's at. So it's all about rewiring how you think, and some of y'all probably know. Like I'm not trying to tell you nothing. I'm just speaking organically right now. But just I tell myself like, if you think positive, you will find positive. It's just that's just energy. It's just how it works.
Any other questions for Golden?
We good.
I think we're good. So, do you want to talk a little bit about Golden Avenue and what your plans are for that? That seems to be your latest project that people are attaching you to. So,
Yeah. Golden Avenue is actually for it's for the community, more or less, than the Primitive Shapes team. It's the chance to get some um lease space, office space, anything you want to put in the spaces. If you want a storefront or billboards, is basically bringing the community together. So you kind of got to think about it like so in here there's no real estate, because the reason why there's no real estate is because we have doors. And this is a gem. Usually one of the things there. Okay, I'm gonna rewind a little bit. There are certain things in business that we have to understand that it usually stays internal based on your business projections. So don't give up all your secrets. Just some advice, because not because you're being rude and you're trying, man, I can't tell you this, because no, it's just because sometimes when something's not in play all the way, you never give that out until you put it out there, because somebody uh will pick up the same idea and it's not their fault, and they might pass it on. Somebody might pick it up, don't remember where they got the idea from, and they end up doing it, and you think, oh man, they stole my idea. Or you always just stay, you want to keep things at a plateau. But this is a little gem right here to realize that there's no real estate in this metaverse because we have doors. And the fact that we have doors, when we leave a world, we forgot about the last world we was at because there's no connection. And we're not wired that way. Like we're all over 20, and we even when we was a kid, we're not wired to have no legs. You know what I'm saying? I want to kick something. You know what I'm saying? I want to see my feet. So having a door is not real estate. It's separate. Real estate is I know where I'm at and I know where I'm going. So Golden Avenue is kind of set up to the fact to the point of it's becoming real estate, because if you have a store in Golden Avenue, you know where you're at and you're connected. So any traffic that happens to Golden Avenue, and it's not just like putting a door in my spot. It's not about putting a door. It's like you're actually getting marketing, because I think that most people hate doors. They hate the sound of them. They hate the look of them. You know what I mean? It's just one of the things we can't wait to get rid of doors, so we can even some other way to travel. They brought the those are just glorified doors. We want to be able to feel like we're in the same space, because I heard, and I'm sure Meta knows this, but in alt space, they had like these portals first a while ago, and there's been a lot of complications. I've talked to a lot of people, and they say that, like, man, people were like, we'll be doing events like this, and somebody pull out a door on stage or over here, and just to get people to come out the world. So there's some problems with that. Like, we just gonna pull a portal while we having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna run into that the more we get used to these portals, and it's just not organic and natural. So I try to create a place where it's just like I know where I'm at, and when I look over here, it's like that's over here and that's over here. And then when there's construction, when we have a new place that we're gonna put up a new build, you're gonna see the construction in the distance to know like, oh, that's where it's gonna be at. So you have a north, south, east, west. Um, you know, it's just gonna make sense to your mind. that, when I say, oh, we're going north, you're gonna turn around to be like, that's north. So like the beaches. Everybody knows the beach is coming, but yeah, that's so Golden Avenue is for creators in here to be attached and be connected, and also for other brands to come in to be attached and connected, so that we're building you know a unit where everybody can kind of bleed into each other and have that natural experience of um you know a city and expansion.
Awesome. So, just to be transparent, I see a lot of value in Golden Avenue, which is when I saw the concept, I was very eager to have a location in there. And again, this is the thing, right? We can create in a way where we don't necessarily need to attach ourselves to any other projects, right? Because essentially, any one of us could recreate a Golden Avenue in our liking. But there comes a point where you realize that sometimes utilizing the creativity and the marketing of somebody else who might be going in a slightly different direction is good for business. It's not always good for business, but sometimes it is good for business. That is how businesses work. That's how life works. That's why you have a company like Disney, who's one of the biggest production companies on the entire planet, will still partner with a Sony and a Fox because it's business, right? So seek those opportunities to expand, not necessarily with just your creations, but working with somebody else. And again, we don't say teamwork. I like to say brand collaborations, brand partner, not collaborations, partnerships. I like brand partnerships because it allows creators on both sides to retain control over their own entities as we grow together. So seek those opportunities. And again, it doesn't have to be a golden avenue, but there are so many creators just in this room alone. And there are more and more creators coming into the space and operating at such a high level quickly that now it's getting exciting from a business standpoint, because now I'm starting to see growth and innovation happen at a speed and scale that I haven't in the past 8 months that I've been here, and it's super super exciting. So,
Yeah.
any final words, Golden?
Yeah, I'll just kind of like tag on to what you just said real quick. When it comes down, I think, you know, uh, people think business is um, making money, and think business is um, creating a business name and a website and logos and all this stuff. But uh, business is relationships, and when we start understanding that, and it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be friendship. We gotta understand, because one business name doesn't know another business name as a friend. Um, but friendships are made, but business is a relationship, and relationships are basically when you start thinking of it as, if you don't burn any bridges, because you never know when something can go full circle and come back to bite you in the ass. So it's like, you when you have a business, you don't so we're friends, actually. I'm gonna introduce you, or you're gonna introduce me to your friends, and that just grows in relationships. And business kind of work the same way. Like, one business does never stand alone. It always connects with other businesses and works with other businesses. And so that's how you kind of got to look at it. It's not personal, and it just, you have to really be open to just communicating and supporting each other. Because if you support somebody or some other business, or some other just individual entity, that's growth. That's just a you know little thing I just want to throw out there. Keep relationships going. Let's stop the drama, and this is how we're gonna grow together.
All right,
Appreciate you,
so
Root.
can we get some
Appreciate you,
confetti
dog.
for Golden Hand? Man, my
Yeah,
pleasure, man. Absolute pleasure. You
right
dropped so
back,
many
man. My
gems
pleasure.
today. Listen. I'm just glad that people who didn't know who Golden was got an opportunity to see who he really is, right? That title of top creator or whatever plateaus that some creators put themselves on, the ones that make themselves unapproachable to people. Unfortunately, I just don't think that's the way forward in this space, right? This is being able to give back to the community, however you give back, making yourself available, however you make yourself available, I think is what this space in the metaverse needs to become in order for it to be a bit of a change in what we have to go through in our physical world. Plateaus are good for certain things. I don't think necessarily any one of us in here right now can put themselves on a plateau to elevate themselves to the point to leave others behind. And it's unfortunate when we see that, but keep in mind, if you're dealing with somebody or you want to approach somebody who's put themselves on a plateau, they may be unattainable to you for a reason. And keep that in mind. There are a lot of creators here who are willing to help you and see your visions all the way through, if by a conversation, a shoulder to lean on, or actually assisting on a build. So never ever feel like you are a person alone on an island by yourself, because you're not. There are a ton of people on this space that care. Golden is a perfect example of that by what he gives to the community and what he continues to give through his builds and through his advice and eventually through his mentorship. So again, Golden, I appreciate you, man. I thank you so much for being here tonight. We're super excited about
100%.
season 3 getting rolling.
Yeah, 100%. Much love.
Yeah, man. And on that note, so show's over. Listen, you guys could have been absolutely anywhere in the metaverse. It's a big space, but you have chose to be here with us tonight, and we really, really appreciate it. So the show's over. Thank you all for being the first show of season 3. Hang out, network. Make sure you're sharing information and contacts, and we'll see you Thursday.
Much love. Good stuff, though. Have fun.
Brother,
Have fun.
Man, even the way
Have
your
fun, though.
shirt hitting is fat, man. Look at it, all tight on the chest and tight on the arms. My man, killing
Trying
it.
to get that bit working out, you know what I'm saying? Squeezing that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, love it, man. Love it. Hey,
You can't-
listen, guys.
You can't slap 5 with that bot.
Listen, thank y'all for coming to the show tonight. Want to appreciate the guest, Golden Hand 222. Want to appreciate the audience for always being supportive of what we have going on in here. Absolutely want to appreciate Super for providing the live stream to give us the content to you guys. I know we're tied to capacity, so we can only hold 20 people, and I know there were a few instances filling up as we were conducting the show. So I'm glad you were there to support and see what was going on. So we'll see you Thursday. We've got a guest coming up. It's going to be Bubblegum Planet. And if you don't know her, check out her worlds. She's an amazing creator. And thank y'all for being a part of MetaTalks.
Have you talked to Dada lately?
Being organic, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was gonna say.
Success,
man.
my brother.
Questions tonight, dog.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Please,
Uh,
Doc, man. You
appreciate
did.
you,
You
man.
did it, Doc.
Thank
Oh,
you
for
very,
sure,
very
Drop
much.
them gems,
Yeah.
man. You dropped them
Cheers.
gems.
It's amazing. Thank you.
Nah, man.
Oh,
I
Thank you for
fun,
doing
man.
this. It's amazing.
No problem. Hey,
What's
listen,
up?
Mr. Blank, do I have you?
It was fun.
I'm glad you got something out of it, man. Like, I just kind of went out the
I'm not
dome,
sure.
man. Just
I added you during the
speak what was real for
Okay,
me.
yeah, so
and-
you just
conversation.
have to,
If anybody got something from it, man, that's
accept the
dope,
request,
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, Doc. Yeah, but I'm letting you know that you got everybody now going to build mode. So everybody probably that's heavy hitters in here. We about to be going to build mode.
They all disappeared.
You know, that's who studio we
they
was
in
in
build
the
mode
other
right
day.
now. They in the build mode.
Remember we was in the studio with the kid the other day? Remember?
Hey,
The show we was in.
Hey, man, I got a
The
pocket.
kid rapper
I
in
got
there
a pocket
too.
full of gems,
I was in
man.
there
You know what I'm
with
saying?
somebody.
I've been
That's his
picking them
studio.
up.
You know that, right?
I've been
That's
picking
his
them up all night. You
That's
know, and I'm
Golden's
a pocket
studio.
about
That's his
full, man. You know.
Yeah. My bad. I'm sorry. I've been
you
talking
got
to you all the
pockets
time.
up
What you
here
say?
too, man.
Yeah, no, I got some. I got the meta pocket.
And
They
you
hidden,
came in
man.
the
You
other
can't see
day.
them. They down there with my
Rapper was
legs.
with you. He was like, "Do they got any beats? They got no
down
beats
there
in
with
there."
my
I said, "It's
legs
a new
up.
studio. I don't know if you
Speaking
ever
from the
been
mind,
there.
man.
That's
Speaking from the
that's
soul,
his
man.
studio.
Just
That's one of his
Already,
builds.
bro.
That's
You
his
always do.
builds.
Like I say, appreciate it, bro.
Golden
Appreciate the
Hand, the guy who
genuineness.
was
You
on
know
the
what I'm saying?
panel today, the guy who spoke today.
Oh, really? What's the name
Golden
of it?
Hand.
Yeah.
The studio, the name of the studio?
I had fun though.
So you, okay.
I knew you
Make sure
did. I
that's
could tell you was
okay.
having fun.
Okay, man.
Look,
You wasn't.
look at
You
his
wasn't ready to go.
creations, and what you can look at.
I wasn't ready to go.
That's the Roop shut you up, man. I need to holler at Roop
He
about
does.
that, man.
You know he
We
does
could have got
crazy
by.
stuff,
We
right?
could have got by 15 more minutes of Golden Hand because
Okay,
it'll be another 2 months.
I just
so, you know
remember
what I'm saying
seeing
we
you
get
in
to just hang with him.
Man, look, am I the only person that just said that in our head?
Yeah, I gotta stop.
So just go to about to go
man.
to high and die.
I got some scriptures.
Straight up. He gonna say I done gave y'all what you gonna get.
No, I got like
World. I haven't
scriptures
published
that's
my world
a
yet.
part of
Man,
it.
something about to come on, man. I'm a vampire.
Well, let's
man.
talk.
I'm
Let's set up some time.
Oh, I already
Let's
know,
talk.
bro. I already
It's,
know. Hey, let me see. I
scared
gotta
to
go on
see
my
what
coin
you
for a
think
right
second.
now. I haven't dropped it
Yeah,
yet
100%.
because I'm trying to do more stuff.
This is a crazy builder too. This guy right here.
I know big.
This guy right here, incredible.
He ain't no joke.
Okay, all right.
Man, look.
Yeah.
Me and this dude figured out our first script together.
Man, just trying to say hi, man.
Playlist.
How you been doing?
Yeah, back in
Chilling. I appreciate it.
January?
What's up, fam? No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, man.
Yeah, dog.
Respect, big respect.
I'm gonna try to holler at you. I'm trying to get rid of more of the social aspect
We
of
did that at what,
metaverse
like
and get to
2
the
in the
business,
morning?
so I might slide
Took
down
us
on
2
you.
hours to figure
I'm
it
trying
out.
to do like a lot of stuff with
It was
this
like
music and
we
everything.
man, we
so
ran around. We got
I
our
know
hands
you
up,
busy
like,
and shit, Rock, but let me know if you get a chance.
Shit, just hit me up,
Get
man.
that work in,
Hit me
man.
up. I'm usually just in build mode, but
This dude comes to me with ideas, man. He got some solid ideas. I just
How's
script
wife
it, and he gives me the idea, and I script it, and then boom, you know,
sleep.
That's how we're doing that environment.
Damn buildings.
That was his idea. He gave me.
Oh,
brought
yeah?
that to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just made it happen.
Slack, man.
Yeah, that
wrote
would
the
make
script.
sense, though. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I got a question for you.
We having fun.
What's
in here.
that?
We having fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got a new idea. Let's call it Idea X. Mind you, Idea X doesn't exist. Idea
Hey,
X
go
just
ahead, man.
represents
You think
any
back over
idea
there.
anyone could have.
Over that
Sit
way.
back over
I
there.
have Idea X. Idea X isn't complete yet, but it is an idea. There can be a pulse, there can be a heartbeat to Idea X, but I know that Idea X needs a build.
Little CJ.
Where do I start with Idea
What's going
X if I'm
Yeah, baby.
Rockstar?
So with it.
You talking about like a client build
Is
or
that
just
no,
idea of
personal,
yours?
personal, just personal, a passion thing.
Rockstar build. Rockstar build.
What's going on, Jack?
Behind that,
What's
you
going
already
on? I would say, man, just start
Is the
building.
idea complete first, or do you
Nah,
make some
it wouldn't-
bones?
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of do whatever. You might have just a piece of the idea, and
Work
you
it
could,
together.
you know, right? Or you could
Work it
have
through.
the full idea, and you could just, you know, throw down, like you
Mhm.
said, some bones, and just kind of fill around and figure out the proportions of whatever you're building, and just
Mhm.
do it that way. I mean, there's a gazillion ways to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I would
the
just
main thing is
what
just to
that-
get in there and just start building. Because if you
Start-
don't
start
start building,
doing it.
you just be thinking about it forever, and it's not gonna get you nowhere. You know, you got to start building.
That's it. That's it right there.
Mhm.
Thank
Man,
you,
I
bro.
tried to build. I played with a square for like 3 hours. I was like, let me just stick to rapping.
Wow, that's interesting.
And luckily, I know so many people that'll look out for me and help me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to always reach out to people. I want to like learn how to do it myself. But I was like, nah, I'm uncoordinated ass.
Sometimes that make the best.
The more you get in
best
there,
person.
you'll get used to it.
With the most
I'm with you,
skills,
man.
sometimes.
I can't build, man, to save my life.
And I was trying to pick like a lane. Like, do I want to be a scripter? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to go more into building and
See,
everything? So I was going to
to
do
me-
scripting, but
See, the scripting to me makes more sense just because my mind is more analytical. It's more mathematical, not so much creative. You know what I mean? Like I can't imagine a space like this and what it's going to take to fill it up and how I should build it.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
You,
But
man.
Capacity
I can
and
look at that.
everything,
I can
yeah.
look at that,
Man.
that water fountain over there, and I can figure out
appreciate
how to
that.
make that look
Yes,
better or
that's
act
the
better.
world
You know what I
needs
mean?
to-
Like that's what I do. I go to
Right.
people's worlds and how can I enhance the experience?
Yeah.
How can I make it more realistic? How can I make it more immersive?
I want to finish that.
Right.
I want to do that. I know you
That's
want
how
to do
I
the second
approach
part
it.
to that.
What's up, girl? Oh, your personal
The
boundary.
show. You know, we
Yeah, I'm about to learn. I have a
yeah.
world. I got a world that I've had since March. And it's like
Yeah,
literally
I've
just
seen
sitting
it.
here, like doing nothing or whatever.
Yeah,
And I haven't dropped it yet.
I don't know. What's
And
a
I'm
good
just
day for
like,
you?
I don't know. I just haven't dropped the world yet. It's just literally been just sitting there. And
Well,
I'm like,
after this contest is
Probably
done, man,
like
like I should
maybe,
have more time. I can, I can
think
come in and help you out too.
maybe
Will do. I
Sunday
appreciate
or
it.
Monday.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'll show you
Yeah,
some
right
stuff.
on.
Man,
I'ma
you gotta
follow
start.
up maybe,
We all started
the
somewhere.
end of the week.
Yeah,
Go
follow up
ahead
on
and
me.
do some.
Yeah.
They're supposed to.
Me and
They're supposed to
CJ,
drop
me
back.
and
Alright,
back
CJ,
to school, so
we started. We didn't know how to script at all. Like,
I
understand.
I never even put together my first script.
What's
He
up,
brought
baby?
it
You
me
doing all right?
halfway.
It's no pressure.
And I
I'm
just
just.
finished it. So
I've been chilling. I've been
you got to
doing.
start at a certain place, and
It's
then
no pressure,
you
bro.
learn. You get more
I'll just
tools
tap
in your
back
tool
in with
belt.
you,
You
and
know what I mean?
when
The
it's
next
convenient
time you
for
do
you,
a
we'll
job,
knock it out.
it's that much faster because you learned that already. You didn't have
100.
to go through
Appreciate
the
you.
trials and tribulation to,
all day.
to gain that knowledge.
Yep.
Which is,
Yeah.
that's kind of how I look at it, man. I'm always trying to learn something new, a new trick. I might not use it all the time, but I have it.
He be
and it's
getting
there.
it though. Biggie be getting it.
Oh, yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That thing ain't no joke. That big ain't no joke.
You can teach me how to build.
I tried to.
No.
Hey, listen, I don't even know how to take that.
Hey.
What's up, Sarah Fishes?
No,
I don't know how to take that, but that little evil laugh you did at the end got me kind of nervous too.
Hey, that's Golden Hand's favorite builder right there.
Yeah, right there.
Are you on another build? I'm gonna be in there playing with the same square. Like, so what do we do with
Stop
this?
it, Biggie.
You gotta snap it. You gotta snap it. Like,
Hey, Devon.
Right.
Hey, you
What's
gotta
up,
show
baby?
some respect to Golden's favorite builder, man. Like that's Golden's favorite.
Oh,
builder.
him right here. This the
Yeah.
man.
I like to show that love.
You
back,
trying to
too,
tell me
so.
this the man right here? Wow, shit.
And I message you for that show love.
He
I
puts
can't
two.
make
He
it.
puts together
Good-
two
good
squares.
show, baby. Good
Space is
show.
better
Hey,
than
Sue.
anybody else.
Appreciate it.
Soup, can you hear me?
Excellent
Yeah,
job.
great.
tonight. Excellent
Hey man,
job.
quick question.
What's up with you, girl?
You know how
Appreciate it, man.
I've been trying to figure out how y'all
How's
get
that
letters
treating
to
you?
my site.
Hey,
Organic man.
I
I'm
bet
looking
you
at the
it's
wall.
going
They
on.
say
You
no
don't
matter
know,
what.
Daddy.
How do you
What's
get the
up?
letters on the
You
show?
got
I
it.
don't see it
It's
anywhere.
I
fine.
can't call it.
right
Just
off
trying
your
to
head,
stay
top
out
of
the
your head,
way.
where
I
can
like
find that?
everything about with the family.
Stay
and
out
the
the
time
way.
that
I wish I
is.
could like absorb some of y'all
Everything.
builder energy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
text
Yeah.
letter like
Such
the text
building
gizmo,
energy.
right?
Yeah.
Say,
It's
go
not
ahead
just
and
text
borrow all
gizmo.
the
You don't just put
building
words in there. You
energy.
can put HTML code.
What you been doing?
HTML code to change the text.
Hey,
You can change the certain
Come
fonts
on,
you
yeah.
can use.
Say they out of build
What
no
trouble even getting it on
Pull up.
Mimi, pull up.
What'd you just
I say
say?
God.
Say,
said
Mimi, pull up.
When I saw Root told me,
I
I
think
was
I'm about to
like,
get
yo,
this here.
okay.
Metaverse
So let's bring this. I was like,
breakdown.
God, dog,
Word
you
here
got
and then
gold. I was like, man, I gotta go
Forget
see.
about me.
I seen a whole
Come
bunch
up
of
in here, I'm really fanboy. I'm like,
HTML
Listen, anybody that I really mess with, y'all have access to
People done
it.
less than
This is stragglers.
ER
I'm about to say, don't make me say
put this
Thomas
one in there.
Jefferson.
That one's
Bring
out the
it
way.
down to the next line.
Yeah, that one's going. That one's going wholesale.
Thomas, you need.
I'm
I got you.
Like you can do the B.
Did you get my house away yet?
I for
Yeah, but everything else is
Listen.
fine. So I'll just delete that
No.
and just slide over.
That
another
house
one.
still sitting there.
That's what I was
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah, it'd be
Add me,
straight.
man.
What happened with that?
I'll hook you up with the fonts.
A lot of
I'll
people
have
were
fun,
mad
though.
because
Everything
they
works
didn't,
really,
they
really well.
I can
didn't
tell
win
you
the
had
house.
fun.
They
Chris,
won
what's
the
up,
other
man?
prizes. They didn't want the other prizes. They wanted the house.
Good. Thanks for coming
My
through.
name, add as a friend.
So what's the house doing now?
Yeah, I know
Sitting
the
there.
instance got
Watch him come up
filled
when
pretty
he
And
good.
nobody
Next
has the
time
house
my
ready
guest
to
was tonight, so.
just be like,
I mean, one
God,
person
dog,
got their
I
house.
didn't
The
see
other
that
person,
coming.
we just didn't
Yeah,
do
he
it.
doesn't. No one. He doesn't come out the door, so no one
She
really
added
knows
me
what's
to
going
like
on.
the
It, so.
world
I didn't
when
see. I didn't
went
see
to
that.
the
I didn't
world.
see
It was
that
gone.
coming, man. The
How you
way
doing?
the way you put everything.
Good to see you.
Can you actually?
That's
Which
good,
house
but
is
you
it? The
know,
one with the gray on it?
starting
or-
off with,
I
you know,
built a whole new house.
starting
Oh,
off
am I
with
still
This
global?
one?
the beginning. I got
Fully
the
I gonna
furnished.
say you gonna put if it's foreclosed, you know, I go bid on it.
mention about your brother. That's when I said, okay,
We didn't have assets when I
you
left.
know,
We didn't have.
that's why I
Hey, you
take
know how
all
big
this
on them
stuff
houses
we
be like,
got
let me
now.
go and get
My
this
house
house
ain't
real
Take
quick.
that
foreclosed, and you know the
opportunity
bank
to
still
do
got it. You know what I'm saying?
25, 25, 35, 35, 25, 25,
playing them on the script.
Okay, yeah. Much
And
love, man.
I had to figure it out.
can't
how
stand
to make
it.
it feel like I'm on a zip
I
line.
was for
I'm
real
not really
about
on a
it,
zip
man. You
line.
know, I trying to
So
like
that
make,
I can't
you
do
know,
it.
this
Like,
ain't,
you can't
All
you can do it
that, all
now.
you know,
You
we
couldn't do it
like
back then.
nobody in
$25.
here
So
just
I
to
had
be
to
in
I had
here,
to solve
man.
that problem. But then when I came back,
Yeah.
it was like a culture
No,
shock.
it's
We got dynamic
so I
lighting.
just
We
wanted
got
to.
assets.
I didn't even know I
Right.
was gonna go there. I just was
It
just like,
happened
wait
in
a
a
I'm
minute.
like,
That man
I'm gonna be a
said
silent
God.
action person.
He
Like,
said, I'm
So
coming in
so
at the
fear.
right time.
I
Yeah,
felt that
so
for that house. I
so
should have
He
made it
hear
like
God,
another
so
color that
he
this
didn't
little
oh
gotta
A
yeah,
keep
was.
yeah.
So
trying
it's
to
like, we don't have
conversate
it.
Let's
with
see.
you.
So
You need to know
jumped
about
in.
anything
Not the beach. I'm talking about the
building.
beach house.
That
Yo,
right
people
there.
pull
He's
up.
busy,
People
man. I'm a
pull
Christian,
up.
he's
Oh
busy.
yeah.
But
I don't
once I
know about
got
that,
in,
man.
They pull
That
up.
was
Listen.
once I
I'll
got in,
drop
I
those
started
heavy.
fonts.
I
I
ain't
don't
gonna
know.
front.
I gotta drop
build
that.
me
That
the.
Drop them in the
I'm
world
a
for you.
theologian,
I'll add
dog.
you.
I'm a
My friends
theologian.
offered to build me the whole
I'm like,
crib. I just don't know what I
I
want
looked
right
at that. It
now.
was like,
I
bro,
like
that
You ain't never
pillars.
said nothing.
that
So you
was
ain't
crazy.
pulled up on me yet.
That's what's up.
That was crazy.
You guys asking people for help.
That's your
Low
that's
key.
your
That was crazy. That game one. Thank you, brother, man. I run with that because I run with that, man. I do.
Because I feel like I wanted to tell you, right? Because I suck at talking. I'm very shy and I have that social anxiety, but I did want to personally tell you that I do appreciate you. And you know, when I first met you, I was asked you were like something nice and you're very humble. And even when that whole thing happened, like when you were close, you know, you really helped me get through that stuff. You know, I appreciate you.
Get everything worked out with that?
Oh no, I guess so. I don't know. Kind of just left it alone.
No, I appreciate. No, I got the invite and I seen it and I was just like, I thought you was gonna be in there. I was just like,
I know, but I think you were gonna be busy, so you know, I didn't think you were gonna actually show up, so I had left.
I wasn't built.
The pictures, I was like, oh damn, he's in there.
No, I was in build mode. Like I was in build mode.
When you went in the trip, when you got to the, when you went up under the, when you went through the waterfall.
But he's all I need. I won't spend it on no damn hoe. I'd rather buy my weed. Yeah, the moral of the story is I think I learned my lesson, yeah. I could never love you cause my heart I'm not investing, yeah. You see I'm up, so you wanna come around now. People know my name, but don't seem to know it when I'm down. I see the flame and I swear I'm coming for the crown. Virals always lighting up, I guess I'll go and chop them down.
You talking funny, I ain't playing with you. I'm just trying to make a band or two. I'm only doing what I came to do. So no beauty, I ain't laying with you. You talking funny, I ain't playing with you. I'm just trying to make a band or two. I'm only doing what I came to do. So no beauty, I ain't laying with you. You talking funny, I ain't playing with you. I'm just trying to make a band or two. I'm only doing what I came to do. So no, baby, I ain't lying with you.
You say I'm up, so you wanna come around now. People know my name, but don't seem to know it when I'm down. I see the flame, and I swear I'm coming for the crown. Rivals always